Welcome to the closing argument. Today is Tuesday, the 17th of December. We are gradually going into Christmas. We're gradually going to Christmas. We will be bringing on the concerned women of Liberia. They're going to be coming to talk about the situation as it unfolds in Liberia. As you are aware, today was a bloody day in Liberia. There are reports of different people getting hurt, people being tear gas and fire at by the Liberian National Police. We cannot independently confirm that, but we'll be bringing on people who will confirm that to let us know. But this has been happening in Liberia today, so we're going to be bringing on some folks, the concerned women of Liberia. But let me just begin by thanking everybody who have contributed to our closing acumen. Welcome, James Kayute, uh, to the closing acumen fundraiser. You have been doing a wonderful job. Some of you have been doing great uh, 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 in, uh, in supporting us. We still need your help. Tomorrow is our last day, and if you can do it, you can support us. We appreciate it. Welcome. James watching up from Tuparo, Abu Jali Dolly, he's watching from Zozo City. Thank you so much for watching with us. Thank you. We also have Sampson. He's the reporter from the Closing Acumen that was on the scene. He will be reporting here today and all of that. He would be here today. Uh, uh, so we're looking forward uh, 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 to that. Looking forward to a great show today. I'm going to send a link to the concerned women, Miss Kukuyu. What's her name again? Miss uh, Victoria Talo Kukuyu. She's the acting chairperson for the concerned women of Liberia. I'm going to try to send her the link, and she can be coming on. Simpson will be coming on. Others will be coming on tonight as well. Will be coming on as well tonight. So we're going to have a very, very, very great conversation here tonight. But again, let me remind folks that we are still counting on you. If you just joined us, we are still counting on your support. Let me recognize some folks who have given towards our work in Liberia. To our Christmas giveaway for the staff in Liberia. Let me recognize Miss Love Doe. Love Doe gave us $50. Eugenia Green gave us $25. Palato gave us 25. Juma Jallah contribution of 75. Jerome Gaiman $100. Esther Frederick 25. Darcy Davis 25. Dr. Larry Kennedy 100. Henry Doe $30. Melvin Tabo 200. Dimitro Konga 20. Sarah Doku 25. Sophie Blamo 25. Nora Hook 50. Catherine Gibson 50. Roosevelt Flomo 25. And also we did get a $50 contribution from let me see here, who is this? I've got to add this to the list. And yes, we did get a $50 contribution from Gwendolyn Johnson. Johnson Smith. She sent us a $50. So I want to thank all of you. Gosh, we will put the cash out up there and ask you to contribute. Still, especially our friends on this side, we want to see how much we can give this guy uh, uh, as the sacrifice. Without them, the show would not go on. It would not. It would not go on because they take this show live in Liberia. You'd be surprised how many people uh, is watching this show in Liberia. Some people may not come on the live feed, but they are watching, this show in Liberia, every places, So we want to thank you. This live, and we want to be ensure that we can help these guys. A lot of them. We got the guys in the studio, and we got a reporter on the ground. We just want to help them get something, so they can have a sumptuous meal with the family this holiday. So we want to thank you for all. Let's recognize folks that are just joining us. I know that a lot of people on the YouTube as well. Let's most of Dennis. He's always a faithful man from Minnesota. He's a good fan of the closing argument. Thomas Jallah uh, is watching. Bill Wee uh, is watching from PHP community. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for coming on and joining us on the show. Uh, Joseph Morvey, he's watching up from 72nd. Augustine Vani, falling from Banja community, the heart of the district. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Uh, so we want to work, and as you make your way to, just hit the share button. Just hit it. What I normally do in my group, if I'm in a group, I just share the show into a lot of groups. But we will be bringing the first segment of the show will be the women from Liberia, the concerned women of Liberia, led by Victoria Tolo Kukuyu. She will be coming on to talk about what's happening, the rule of law in our country, and then we will continue uh, uh, what's going on when the other guys come, and then we will move in for 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 that. So yeah, there is a cell. Let me put this on. Uh, yeah, this is the cell number. So I want to thank you, Gwen Johnson. She gave this as well. We will be starting shortly. Uh, uh, starting shortly. Yes, let me send it to patient Sim. Patient, thank you too for your it's a cell. And patient, he's not here yet, so let's take him down until he's ready. So, but we'd like to welcome you. It's been a lot going on in Monrovia. It's been a lot going on in Monrovia, and the first is Samson. Samson, if you are ready to, just let me know. There's a lot going on in Liberia, uh, 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 and so there's a lot, So we want to make sure that we can deal with this and handle everything. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in Liberia. Once Samson makes her way, I see Ben is at the back. It's in the back. Ben will let me bring Ben on. And so Ben is in the back. And I'm trying to do 2 things, 3, 4, 5 things at one time. Somebody, Ben, good to see you. Welcome, man. Welcome to the course.
Yeah, man.
Welcome. I heard it was the reporter will be on, and will also, yeah, and so
Yeah.
yeah, also so I understand. But what have you been hearing from Liberia until Simpson joined us, and we have Victoria Tulu who will join us from the Concerned Women of Liberia. They are very concerned about what is happening in Liberia, and they want to be
Yeah.
influenced as well.
I just came from work, so I was at work this morning, and I was viewing the thing that was going on.
Hmm.
And as I was viewing that thing, I've seen those footage. I'm like, God, thank you, man. That I'm not over there. Peabody, my dead body, my dead body. You know, sometimes when I say something, people will be like, man, your head is hot. My head isn't hot from that. If I was in Monrovia today, nothing happening, shit, I'm a dead body. Because, I mean, the person who is giving the order, he is someone who went to school or live in a civilized society. So I will not be afraid. I will have even challenged him more. Had it been some kind of other crazy police, other crazy, police chief, I probably would say, you know what, maybe he doesn't know too much, but now he's a guy who I know lives in some good society and he is behaving the way in which he's behaved.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My dead body would have been on that street today. Because I was going to challenge. But I got something for everybody today. But I will save some because I don't know whether CDC still exists. But I don't want my citizen friend to come join me again and stop fighting me again. Because quick. See, remember CDC they're gonna come on you. But I don't know if CDC still exists. Because all I see is all press conference. You can't be doing this thing and think anybody will come to your rescue. You got to rescue yourself. You got to show up and make people to believe that you are around.
Yeah.
And there are certain things, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. My problem is that
you're right.
Is that
you're right.
These people in these big organizations, you don't put these vulnerable kids at risk.
Yeah.
You are putting young children who can't, because the reason why most of those kids went over there because they believe that there are people who will be there for them. And when things start falling apart, you can't see anybody. It is disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
You just make those children vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because of this ruthless government. Just beat them. It's not right. It's just not right.
One thing
yeah, go ahead, everybody.
One thing I noticed is that I don't know, but other people were walking, passing by, and you had other people fighting in their interest. People demonstrating and doing other things in their interest. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. But we looking forward to a great show. Miss Victoria Kukuyu from the Concerned Women of Liberia. There's a group of women that are very, very concerned about the happenings, the rule of law, and what is taking place in Liberia. So they're going to be here. I saw one lady that they were trying to drag and stuff like that today, and it was just disappointing. It was very disappointing. You can't give people 5 minutes. You can't give people a few minutes to stage a protest. You come there and start blowing off tear gas and stuff like that. I don't know, but something was there.
And then people, another thing that really hurt me is that people in the diaspora, some of my friends that I know, are so divided. People, because some people are saying, oh, anything that happened here, it benefits CDC. How do you think so small? You're talking about your entire country and you're telling me about CDC. You want to tell me CDC is bigger than Liberia? I mean, when I see people thinking I just like, what kind of people are these?
Yeah.
That's when you believe in something, if this is the right thing to do, CDC or ANC or Uniparty you will not see no party because you know what is happening to people. It's wrong. You stand for the right thing. It doesn't matter which side it falls on. But people are like, oh, they're sending the data to us, and who cares?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you know,
it's sad.
Sylvester, good to see you. Sylvester, good to see you. Samson,
What's up?
can you hear us?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, you hearing us? Yeah. Okay, Sylvester, welcome.
Thank you.
Samson, okay, we're bringing on Miss, also Miss, Victoria Talo Kukuya. Uh, she is the chairperson of the Concerned Women of Liberia. Victoria, good to see you too.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing us to come on your show. I look forward to a non-political discussion. Yeah, I look forward to a non-political discussion. I look forward to,
Wait. Is this the Victoria that I know? I'm just kidding.
yeah, maybe the Victoria, I'm in the capacity of the concerned women of Liberia.
Okay.
So I'm not in a capacity as a former candidate
Okay.
of
Yeah.
Victoria.
That's what I
Yeah,
that's what I know.
I'm
Okay.
not in a
All right.
capacity as a politician. I'm here today
Right.
as a
Okay.
concern. Yeah, so I look
I
forward.
You should stop that thing, Vic. Stop that.
I
Politician is
respect.
always a
You
Okay.
are
politician.
you are you are a politician. You're me a politician. You live politician. And today's discussion, and I'm not bringing our old talk show back though. I'm not gonna. But let me say this so you clear it. Today, what I'm gonna sense in your voice, it's not only the veteran that I know before that can be deeply, but you're going to mix the politics
You
and
bet.
the,
Woman,
the concern of
woman,
women.
Benny Kaya.
I mean, you're going to mix it. You're going to mix it. But again, on a serious note,
Sylvester,
you've been doing a great job, and let me commend you again for that.
Sylvester, you my brother. I want to ask you, you my brother?
Oh yeah.
No, but just last year you said, "I'm not brother thing we're talking here." When you now, no.
Our politics, our political term.
So,
You know,
so
politics get devout fire and sword.
yeah, when I
And
say, we used to be on the I had to call it crossfire. When I said
crossfire.
my brother, he said, no, you're not my sister here, you're not my brother.
This is
So
the
I say, I'm not talking politics. I'm not coming to
Long
dilute
time.
the
Yeah.
objective of, I don't want to dilute the objective of the women, the concern women. So I'm going to stick. I'm going to be very, very, very neutral here and objective on the show as usual.
Okay.
Thank you, and thank you for what you do on a serious note. And let me commend you for all of the time, all of the job you do on behalf of the Liberian women and the Liberian people.
Great. Guys, we'd like to welcome everybody. We'd like to welcome all our listeners on the Closing Acumen here today. All of you guys would like to welcome you from all over. And let me remind you guys that tomorrow will be our final day for the giveaway for the guys. So let's plan to contribute to help the guys in studio in Liberia and get them some just to have some nice time with the family on this holiday, some nice food. So somebody just sent me $25. They don't want me to call their name, but we want to thank all of you, and we're still taking the donation. The cash app is there. We want to make sure the guys in studio because they do a hell of a work. I mean, they make all the sacrifices. They are there. They are in studio till 1, 2 a.m. in the morning to get home, and they are not being paid. So that's why we are taking this donation. So between our conversation, we will come back to you. If anybody sent contribution, we'll let you know. We'll talk to you about it and stuff like that. But let's begin first with Samson. Samson Masure is our reporter. He's the lone reporter for the Closing Acumen. He does a wonderful job. He goes everywhere. He's in the midst and everywhere. Let's begin with Samson. Samson, tell us what happened today in Liberia.
So thank you, Therapy Party. And let me also say hi to my own mother, Mother Fitura Talukokwe. How's up to you? And let me also say apologize for my camera being off. We are in complete darkness. LDC is not here. So that's the reason I'm switching off my camera. So this morning, early this morning at airport, 8 o'clock, we saw a gathering from Representative Yeka Kolubat, Representative Frank Safoko, and Representative Eugene Colley from Boone County. And that gathering, prior to that gathering, we listened to numerous press conferences from Representative Yeke Kolopad and also Fred Safoko and Eugene Colley, informing the public that they were going to stage a peaceful march at the Capitol building along with their supporters. And the intent of that march is to call on the government and the president to respect the rule of law in the Supreme Court ruling. But then the rally started by 8:30. We escorted the protesters at the main scene from Famuman. We escorted them at the Capitol building. And while approaching the Capitol building, there was a huge police barricade, and the instruction was they wanted the protester to join the other protesters who were at protesting right in front of UL. And Representative Yeka Koluba and Representative Frank Safoko said they are taking their supporters for session. So they wanted to use the route of the executive mansion. And the police agreed for them to use that route. Shocking it, while the Representative Yeka Kolupa and Fred Safoko, along with Eugene Colley, approached the main gate of the Capitol building, which is the mansion side, we saw police locking the gate. Instead, the police locked the gate, instructing that the protesters will not should use the other route instead of using the main gate. So the protesters too said they were not going to use that side. They wanted to use the since they were already at the main entrance, they wanted to enter. So the police should open the gate so they can enter. While in confrontation, the police started to use how they call it this electric battle to scare the protester away. But then it seems that the electric battle was not working. Before we could look, we saw tear gas being used from the side of UL. So the police first dispersed the first crowd for UL, for the side of UL. And all of the crowd ran from to the main entrance of the Capitol building to UL side. And then they also sent another tear gas at the side leading to Camp Johnson Road, where I was standing. But for me, I think what the police did was the first mistake was why they are receiving all of the largest was because they allowed the protester to use the executive mansion side. Normally in these protests, the last protest I saw that was held at the executive mansion, that was 2020, January 6, 2020, and that protest was led by talk show host, political commentator Henry P. Costa, where we saw people cooking in front the executive mansion. Since then, there have been no protests or protesters who gathered at that particular spot. Another one that make an attempt was the Cummins case that were at the court, where the women too also came up to call on the government to do the right thing, and then that particular crowd did not even stay 1 hour at that particular spot. They were dispersed. So today the police RG had a press conference because information was roaming around that some protester got wounded with live bullet. So we thought it was to do our own fast findings and investigate that particular photo that was trending. So I personally engaged at the Liberia National Police headquarters to talk with the police spokeswoman there, the spokesperson there, and she gave us the instruction, I and some other journalists, to do a tour around all of the nearby hospital around and top hospital around Monrovia to find out whether it is true that lab bullet were used on anyone, so we can find the victim and get to know the actual cause of what actually occurred. So the police provided 3 vehicles for us. We were about 15 in numbers who went on that tour. We visited up to 10 different hospitals that include EAW, GFK Retention Hospital. And while touring is we did not see anyone uh, being admitted in any of these hospitals we visited are still to be corrected. I'm not saying the incident did not happen. I said we visited 10 different renowned hospitals across Monrovia, and then with our findings we did not see the victim being admitted in any of these hospitals. So we later on converged at the Liberia National Police headquarters, where we had a 10 to 15 minutes media interaction with the RG, Garguah Common, and he spoke to us. He informed the public that 70% was arrested. That also include Frances and permanent FICUD former presidential aide Sekou Carrasco, who is currently in South Beach. They were later filed to South Beach. 70% was arrested. And he also told us that the police actually did not meant to use the force they used, but then the protesters were being stubborn, and the president just had about 30 minutes away from the Capitol building, so they needed to clear that particular space. That's the reason they used tear gas on the peaceful protester.
So you're saying that, if I'm right, you're saying that Carrasco was taken to South Beach and he's still there, right?
Yeah, yes. Later this afternoon, by 3 o'clock, Carrasco was transferred to South Beach.
Do you know why he was transferred there or why he was arrested?
So when they arrested him and we tried to interview him, he said to us that the only crime he committed was to join a protester to stage a peaceful protest against the government for them to do the right thing.
And they are arresting him because he was protesting. So, am I right?
Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
Okay. All right, guys.
And did you also?
Let Sylvester go ahead. But before Sylvester talk, as I said, I will be in between with you guys. I want to thank Sylvester. He just donated $300 towards our Christmas gift in Liberia. So, Sylvester, that was a huge contribution.
Sylvester?
Our panelist, Sylvester. So now you gotta match it, Ben. You gotta match
it. He said you're gonna triple what I'm gonna give. So,
I didn't say you're gonna. No, I would give.
You're gonna triple.
Okay, like you're not weighing government. I would give half of what you give. That's good thing.
Man, you have to, man. Listen, I'm just here, my brother. Don't leave the whole thing about we work as technician in government, not
my man.
The kind of thing you want to
understand. I only need a weighing government only 1 week. They're still not having.
Let me clarify.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not working government to take government pay. Yeah, get this clear. We're not government pay we took. I can give my stewardship for what I did in government. Again, let me go back to my dear brother. My brother, it's okay. We're not doing our pressure. My dear brother, listen to you. And let me say thank you for what you do for the closing argument and the rest of that. But did that also quickly? Let me refresh you. Did I also hear you say Carrasco said some of the protesters or most of them were trying to violate? Did you say that? Because somebody just texted me to ask you again that question. He said, "What did Carrasco say about the protester?"
No, I didn't say Carrasco said the protesters violated. I said the issue of Carrasco arrest. He told us that the only reason he was arrested was because he joined the peaceful protest to call on the government to respect the rule of law.
Thank you very much. Because someone just sent me text and said you said something else. So I told the person, said, no, that's not true. That's what I asked you to clarify. It's good that you did the clarification right, because he was also concerned about that. Now, let me also say thank you on the most serious note, and thank you for the kind of a job you do for us and other things. But from your own personal observation today, and I believe you follow it very religiously and the rest of that, from your own reportage, what did you personally and journalistically observe that may have unfolded today? Do you think the police were already disproportionate in terms of their response, or the police acted in keeping with their statutory responsibility to control and the protest process? Do you think they went beyond?
Okay, so two things for me. I will be clear right here. So the first mistake from the police was to allow the protesters use the executive mansion site, which poses serious security threat, especially knowing that the president is actively working from that side.
Yes.
And allowing the protest from that particular side to lack the main entrance of the Capitol building was bad. And using tear gas at that particular side where the president can expect guests at any time using the main entrance of the executive mansion that the president can expect guests at any time, international partner or whoever at any time. Tear gas was used at that particular route. That was also a big blunder from the police. But on the issue of uh, taking to disperse the crowd because the president had 30 minutes away, uh, the police have their own way of doing things, and I cannot say they were wrong, and I cannot also say they were right. But my issue was to allow the protester to use the USR since you agreed that they were going to use the USR. So I expected the police to quickly inform the protester when they started hitting for Nash Creek single. Because we also had another group, if not you, I think that's Madam Fitura Talukokwe and Prayer Bar group, the group that were over there. So I expected them to quickly negotiate with the protesters who were engaging from the Nash Single side to talk to them and say, okay, when you reach at the main entrance leading to the executive mansion, we are appealing to you to use the US side where there is another group, so you can just join that group and you can have your rally there. But then instead they allow them to use that side. And here is another thing, right? There is two different police right now. There is a police of Wiyad, and there is a police president, former President Wiyad, and there is a police of President Bouakat. On
What
this,
do you mean by that, though? What do you mean by that?
Can you
okay.
please? Are they part of the same Liberia National Police, or we have
So
we have a parallel police force that is operating outside of the police?
so they are all part of the Liberia National Police, but different administration, right?
Okay.
So the police of former President Wiyad then for every protest, I've been following. I followed the President Wiyad administration, former President Wiyad administration, the entire 6 years. There were numerous of protests on the former President Wiyad administration, where we saw the June 7, the famous June 7, which was peaceful. We saw the police providing food, water, and security for the people. And we also saw the January 6th protest, which were also peaceful until the protesters started to cook in front of the executive mansion. But this particular police of President Bouakat, this current police, the administration of this current police, are very, I have zero tolerance for protest and gathering. Here is it. All of if I will give you a exact number of protests that have been here under this government is 5. All of the 5 major gatherings that have been hosted in this country under this current police did not work because the police used force on the protesters who gathered. One of them was the soup protest, where soup were calling on the government of Liberia and the president to appoint new leadership since the president dismissed Dr. Saulo Nessin. The students, the police used tear gas on the students. We all saw it. I covered that scene. We also saw the police using tear gas again today. We also saw the police using tear gas in the CDC compound. So this police can react quickly in less than 10-15 minutes. We can see a quick reaction from this particular police. Then the Wiyad administration, the former President Wiyad administration, where they used to negotiate with the protester to know why the protesters are on the street.
Okay, I just Samson, we're going to come back to you. Hold on, record. Miss Victoria, welcome to Tomalin. Miss Victoria Talo Kwekwe, you represent the concerned women of Liberia, and they were part of the protest today. Can you tell me? Firstly, before I go, I move on to the question. Thank you to Benjamin Jonah. He sent one hundred
I
fifty dollars. He sent $150 for the team, the guys in Liberia as well. Thank you, Ben. But Ms. Victoria, go ahead. Talk to us. We can't hear you. I can
I
hear you
had
now.
myself, I was
so
on
people
mute.
you didn't see my
So
message yet. People that may as
Go
well.
ahead.
yeah, thank you so much, and thank you to Samson for the brilliant update. It is good that I'm listening to the update from people who were on the scene or from someone who was on the scene. First of all, I want to say that the concerned women, we were not involved with today's protest. Yes, you have maybe some of us there as individual, but not as an organization. So we didn't endorse today's protest as an organization, and we were not part of the protest as an organization. But individually, we cannot stop anybody from attending the protests. I just want to have that clear. We are planning several actions. One of those is what we are doing now on the radio. And we're going to be coming up with other actions. And this is the reason we didn't join the protest today is because we do not want to be specific just to what is happening at the legislature. It is because we want to be holistic about the happenings in our country, not only the legislature. Yes, what is happening at the legislature is something that is on the radar right now that everyone talking about. That yes, we are going to talk about, but we feel we decided to come together as women to stand up for the truth. We feel that for so long our country has been suffering. We have Madam Sirleaf government. People criticize Madam Sirleaf government, and for the things they criticize Madam Sirleaf government, they did worse. Today, the CDC was there. CDC did unlawful removal of people from tenure position, protesters. I can remember one time I was tear gas when I was having a peaceful protest. The CDC government tear gas us when we had Mr. Cummings um, in court. So today we are saying about, and then we see unlawful things happening, the violation of our constitution. We believe, as women of Liberia, we believe that when there are chaos in any society, women and children suffer the most. So, for this reason, we decided that we will not remain silent, regardless of where we work, regardless of what political party we are part of, regardless of our tribe, our religion. We decided to come together and begin to speak out truth to power. So this is how our group came about. Now that the legislature saga is on the radar, we are paying attention to that, but I just want to make it clear that we are not standing for just one protest or so. We're going to hold any government coming to power that will violate the constitution like what we are seeing today. Now let's go into some of the things that happened maybe happened during the former president. We are regime removal of tenure people from tenure positions. We saw that in this government for the past 8 months or more. We saw that we are seeing a lot of violations of our constitution, and most recently the saga at the legislature. We believe that the legislature should be doing the work of the people for the past 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 2 months, the legislature is not working. The reason we elected them, they are not working. So we decided that we will put our mouth there because we voted for them. Because when things go wrong, we will suffer, our children will suffer, they will not suffer. So this is why we decided to put our mouth there. And putting our mouth into this saga, we are not taking side. We are saying if the Constitution, the rule of law, their own how do you call it, their own rules in a legislature or in a House of Representatives, they should follow them. If the rule says flog the speaker and remove him, they should follow the rule. They should flog the speaker and remove him. But we want them to follow the rule of law, because without rule of law, you will have lawlessness in the country. And once there is lawlessness in the country, you expect chaos like what happened today. Because when people are not happy, they say a hungry man, is it a hungry man is an angry man, or an angry man is a something like that? The people say it. So when people are angry, they will take on the streets, they will say anything they want to say, they will do anything they want to say. We have lots and lots more of things that the legislature needs to focus on than focusing on creating problems for our country. I believe that they should follow the rule of law. This is why we are together as women to speak out and say, go ahead, let look at the rule. If the rule says flog the speaker and remove him, flog him and remove him. But if the rule doesn't say so, you should not do so. You should follow the rule of law. So this is why we are here. And we are calling on all the women. We'll be announcing in days to come. We'll be announcing maybe 2-3 days from now. We'll be announcing some of our actions we're going to take. We're going to take concrete actions to call the legislature to book. We are saying the legislature. I'm not saying the government for now, because like I said, politics right now is what is on the radar, and this is what we want to concentrate on right now. And we are going to look at other issues like a child that died on the AB Tobar Road. According to the story we are getting, allegedly he got involved with an argument with one representative daughter, and she called the security on him, and they found his lifeless body. She was taken to the police station, and her father went and interviewed. It is allegedly, we haven't gotten the story correctly. A lot of things happening in the country, but we have decided that we will not sit now and just close our mouths, because when anything happens in the country, the mothers and children are the ones that suffer most. Thank you.
Thank you. So, we'll go to Ben. Benjamin is not there. I'll go to Tomalin, and then back to Samson. Samson, you talk about this government not having the tolerance. Did you see anybody that was hurt, was bleeding, Samson? Before I go to Tomalin, then Tomalin to go from there.
But just before Samson comes in, let me talk a little bit about what he explained. If I were President Boakai today, I wouldn't have gone to sign the Book of Condolence today. If I were President Boakai, because you have protesters already on the ground. I remember I heard this on the radio, but then I was not in Liberia. I heard it on the radio when protesters came out. Madam Sally came out to embrace them, to talk with them. I think the best thing he would have done if he wanted to the mansion today was to meet the protester, talk to them, calm them down, and then go back. But the person that advised the president to go to the Capitol building today, and because of that, the police used force to remove protesting. I don't want to say it was wrong, but I think it was ill-advised.
Yeah. I think because they could have just killed people just for the president to make way for the president to come on. I think it was a wrong security move by them.
I think Madam Sirleaf did that. That was the former military, former soldiers.
Yeah.
They were in the numbers from there, from the capital, from the city hall. I think she walked from the foreign ministry. Even the security advised her to not do that, but she challenged that and she walked with them. And immediately she went there, she calmed them down. She said, if they don't want to do that, she said, my second Roman sleeve and other thing came down. And she said, I can't talk to everybody. I want everybody to go home. Then I will meet the leadership and we're going to talk. And for sure, the rest of them went home and the leadership went with her and decided the discussion. I mean, that's
women leadership, though.
That's what
That's
she did
women.
That day. I was very
Women leadership.
Yeah,
That's a woman.
She did
Tell you,
that.
say y'all get a country to a woman, you don't want to.
Yeah, but too many comment. Then we'll go to Samson.
Oh, good to see you, Victoria. I've been since the election. Good to see you.
Oh man, your boyfriend, man, y'all decided not to support me.
But Victoria, I told you, you wouldn't have won Sir Joseph. That was not possible. I will be honest with you.
No, but it's not a matter. I wouldn't have won him. I just needed your support. For Peabody, he told me Peabody only told me clear cut. He said that's Sir Joseph. But you are playing the game. You are playing game.
Be the district.
But Sir Joseph, my uncle, and you know.
By the way, I'm happy that we still have women like you around still. To I mean, because honestly, since Madam Sadi left the scene, we still have women like you around still. We look at you, the likes of Edith Gongloe, Webb, Charlene Bromskin, Mariah, and other women that are still around. We just look up to you guys to keep the women like burning. But today protest, my take on it is that I just feel that I don't think like I asked the question last night. I said, and just what I said they will use force, they will use tear gas and will disperse you guys, and you guys will scatter and go. What will be your response? And I didn't get that response, and exactly what I saw going to happen. That what happened today. Like I mean, if the police were using tear gas, maybe if the protesters had tear gas too, they would have used it to go on the hand. Who knows? But now there's report which until I can be proven wrong. Front Page Africa is reporting that there were live border fire today, and they stand by the story. I talked to them, and they said they stand by the story. They're not going to change the story. And I know the information minister have been trying to get them all day to change the story, but they stood by the story, and so that's what happens. But again, the protest I think is over now, because if you say you sustain protest, you continue tomorrow. But I don't think they're going to continue tomorrow. I think it's over. And whether they achieve their objectives today, I don't know. It's still a question. We've got to still find out whether the protest achieve what they wanted to achieve today. But it's troubling that the police will use force, such a force on the people, on the protesters, especially tear gas in them. I heard the police director making comments today about it, and he started to actually look so nice talking about it, but actually, when you not on camera, you say the worst things, or you say. But I don't think it was fair to the protesters. You have the right to. They said it would be peaceful, and they were peaceful until the police started to use force on telling them, restricting them not to go certain place. And their goal was to stop the people from having session today. That one of their goal, I think. But the other members of the legislature were allowed to have session, and I think, and so they, with that in mind, perhaps it was the result wasn't the one that people expected. What will happen next? We don't know. I spoke to Kolasco today when he was in police custody. He told me that he was in custody still, and he was being harassed. And then after that, later on I saw him. They were taking him to the prison, central prison, to know where he is. My question is,
but why are they taking him to prison for peaceful protest?
Say you go to court, you're going to go to court. But my thing is that I've been trying to get the CDC chairman on the phone, hopefully again before the show ends. So the thing is that if they can come close to the former presidential aide, it's a problem. So that should worry a lot of people. If they come this close, it's a problem. And so I mean, it's troubling, and the country is not on the right pathway right now. Investments will not come. But again, I know there's a news going around. I would say that be at the show, I will break that news from where I'm getting from my sources. It is, if that news is true, it will be a big deal by the Burger government if that news is broken tomorrow. What I was just brief on, if that news is really confirmed and it's true tomorrow, the president breaks that news, it will change a lot of stuff for his administration, though, because that's something that many of us have been doubting. But if they have succeeded in that aspect, that's a big news. But initially, I said maybe they want to distract the protests and what's happening in the country. But again, someone just confirmed to me that it is true, and what he'll be saying tomorrow. But I will rest until the end of the show. Maybe I will get more information and break it before in the hiding for us. But we already know that the closing argument, we got people who are gonna move. They know. But before the show ends, I'm sure I'll be able to break that news because I will have enough information on it. But so far so good. It's a serious thing. About the protests happening in Liberia. Okay. Roof Robert, anything that move over
the Jonah and then Lofa. I'll bring in Lofa. Jonah.
Peabody, hold on. I have the chairman of the CDC here. Let me make a brief comment towards this.
Okay, sure.
Chairman Janga Ko, you live on the closing argument. We just thought to get a feedback from you as the chairman of the former ruling party of the Republic of Liberia on the situation today that unfolded in the city. Is there any update we can get from you?
So, well, thank you very much. We are very saddened at the despotic activity of this government. Today, we witnessed a very sad incident in the country in which elements of the Liberian National Police engaged in heavy brutality of peaceful citizens who had assembled at the Capitol building to express their grievances on violations of the Liberian Constitution and call for the respect for the rule of law. And today it has been widely reported that there was discharge of live ammunition and a lot of tear gas that led to injuries. And additionally, we saw the arrest of Sekou Kalasco Damaro, the former special aide to President George Manawiya. We are using this time, like we indicated in our release, to call for their unconditional release, the unconditional release of Sekou Kalasco Damaro and other peaceful Liberians who were arrested today and have been illegally detained. We call the government to immediately release Sekou Kalasco Damaro and all other Liberians who were arrested today. And the government has got an obligation to maintain the peace that was transitioned to it in January. The activity of the government since its inception are very, very shameful and point to their inability to govern the country. And we call the government to desist from these illegal and provocative acts.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, from your end, did the police, the Liberian National Police, charge Kalasco and others? And if that is true, what is the next course of action that the CDC is going to take moving forward?
After I've been told that they were taken to court without even charge sheet. They were taken to court long before the hour when the city court received cases from the police headquarters, where they were taken to court and then they rushed to the Monrovia Central Prison. And we are saying to the government, the security of Sekou Kalasco Damaro and all others who were illegally arrested today is in your hands. Anything happen to any of these Liberians, the government will be held fully accountable and fully responsible.
Yeah, before all of us can come in with a few questions from
what is the next course of action that the CDC is going to take moving forward to ensure the release of the partisans of the CDC, particularly the former special aide to the former president of the Republic? What's the next course of action?
So definitely our lawyers were at the court today, but because of the late presentation of the all those detained were not released, and they were taken to the Monrovia Central Prison in a rush manner, and we are hoping that tomorrow morning we will gather at the Monrovia City Court to ensure that Sekou Kalasco Damaro and all others who have been illegally held to be released immediately. But tomorrow we're hoping at the government, and we are warning the government to immediately release these Liberians who were only exercising their constitutional right to free assembly. If you saw all of the videos, there were no instances where these people were being violent. But for the police to use excessive force, wounding and beating on these peaceful Liberians, we condemn it in the strongest, and we call on the international community and all stakeholders to immediately caution this government, because the government is proceeding dangerously. The government is undermining the fragile peace of the country.
Any question for
you?
you?
Mr. Chairman, I have a question for you. Now in Liberia, the way how things runs is that everybody gets their lawyer, and the lawyer interpret whatever the court says. So since you are saying that you have lawyers, and so did your lawyers see the charge that was labeled against Glasgow, and if they did see it, how did they interpret those charges?
So basically, we were informed by the lawyers that there were a lot of trump-up charges, about 10 different charges called trump-up. Because we
did they agree to those charges?
Glasgow was not even complete.
Did the lawyers agree to those charges?
No, so the lawyers do not have to agree to the charges. These are bogus and trump-up charges that have been used by the government. These charges have been levied.
Can you name one or two of them? Can you name one or two of them?
So they're saying rioting, obstruction of government business, a lot of trump-up. These are bogus charges because under the Liberian Constitution, citizens have got the right to peaceful assembly. Right. And today we also that Liberians who assembled were very peaceful. They were not in any form of manner obstructing. They were not rioters. These are peaceful Liberians who are assembled to exercise their constitutionally guaranteed rights. And so we reject these bogus and trump-up charges.
Have the former president spoken of this?
Used as a pretense to detain these peaceful Liberians.
Chairman Ko, have the former president spoken of this issue concerning his former aide?
So, I mean, it's an unfolding development. We are handling this particular issue. The government is going to be challenged on what they have done, because they are arrest of peaceful citizens, including Sekou Kalasco Damaro, is totally unacceptable. It's a violation of the Liberian Constitution, and it's a continuation of the government total disregard for the rule of law in the Republic of Liberia. And we call on the international community to take note, ECOWAS to take note of these violations. These acts have got the propensity to make the people to rise up. And we do not want the re-emergence of a civil conflict in the country. And the United Party government of President Joseph Boakai is proceeding in a form of manner that could cause citizens to begin to take steps to defend themselves. And that would be very counterproductive for the peace and stability of the country.
Another question?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, Okay, you already talked about why he was arrested, but Mr. Chairman, do can the Liberian people expect more protests? The city people are saying that the protests today they did not get much support from CDC. Are you guys going to come up and support them more?
So what we can say, like we have said over and over, the CDC defend and support the rights of Liberian citizens to peacefully assemble to protest within the confines of the law. So seditionists who went out today to protest have got the constitutional right to do so. And so while this was not a CDC organized protest, the CDC firmly defend the right of those Liberians who assembled today to protest against the violation of the rule of law and the attempted illegal removal of Speaker J. Funati Kufa.
One more question, Mr. Chairman. It appears that the Supreme Court is not weighing on the bill of information that was filed with them. What do you think? Because it's been almost 4 or 5 days now, and Supreme Court have not reacted. What's your position, the CDC position on that?
So basically, I would say the Supreme Court has done its job. So whatever is unfolding is a manipulation of the government. The Supreme Court was very unequivocal in its ruling when it declared all of the actions that was taking place as illegal, effectively stating that Speaker J. Funati Kufa remains the legal speaker of the 55th National Legislature. All of the misinterpretation and shenanigans of the government are all attempt and a continuation of the government callous attempt as it has demonstrated since its inception. So the Supreme Court, we should not put undue pressure on the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court has done its part and it did a landmark ruling. And it is the responsibility of the executive branch of government to respect the rulings of the Supreme Court. But as you may be aware, the government, the Unity Party government of President Joseph Guar has got a reputation of not respecting the rule of law. From the inception of this government, it has violated several rulings of the Supreme Court. The latest ruling in the case of Speaker Kufa is the latest in a series of flagrant disregard of the rulings of the Liberian judiciary. And we can tell you that the executive branch of government is trying to reduce the government into a single branch country in which the executive is playing the role of the judiciary as well as the legislature. The interference of the executive in the activities and the stability of the national level is a clear demonstration that this government has got no intention to respect the Liberian Constitution.
Thank you. I don't have any more questions. John, I got a question?
But John, yeah, go ahead quick so we can ask the last question so we can take leave of the chairman.
Oh my God, my question just slipped from my head again. Lofa, go ahead. Let me take away. Oh my God.
Anybody got a question? Thank you very dearly, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for taking some time off to react to some burning national issue that is currently unfolding in the country, particularly concerning today unfortunate situation in Monrovia. We will keep you keep the line open so that whenever there's new development pertaining to this matter, you can come on the show also to have the discussion. So thank you for coming on the show this evening.
Thank you very much. And in closing, we would like to say we want to thank the resilience of the Liberian people who turned out today in defense of the Liberian Constitution to protest all of the violations of the Unity Party government. The government is demonstrating that it is despotic, that it does not respect the rule of law. And we call on the Liberian people to remain steadfast, to not to be driven by fear, as the government does not have the ability to silence the majority of the Liberian people. and we can assure the government that all of its actions will be conducted within the confines of the law, utilizing all provisions of the Liberian Constitution, including Article 1, which says all powers is inherent in the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very dearly. All the process will be counted in conformity with the due process of law. That is the ambig of our constitutional democracy we have in the country today. And let me say to you, thank you, and thank you for your contribution to the republic.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Guys, let's get back to our conversation. But let me just thank everybody that have made contribution to this. Sylvester, thank you for your gift. My man said I shouldn't call his name, but I already called it. Jonah, thank you for your gift. And Ruth Wilson, thank you for your gift. God, we still asking. We're still asking. We only got tomorrow to give to these guys who want to raise the money and send it to Liberia. We are still asking you. The Cash App and the Zelle is there when you send it. If I don't mention your name, just put it in the live feed there. But I call you. Also, Abu, our UP brother, sent a contribution. He sent a contribution of $25 to our friend in Liberia.
The great Abu.
Yeah, Abu.
Abu.
Thank you, Abu.
Abu are transferring to a petit bourgeois now.
Yeah, Abu. I mean, I think.
You see what can happen, right? You see what right now when you appear on certain platform, Abu profile go high.
Yeah,
Abu not small man.
The man's a petit bourgeois.
Oh,
yeah.
Abu.
So he said he sent that to Liberia to I think it was the Myean phone number. So let's take to Myean. So he sent that. We thank you, Abu, for your contribution. But let's get back into the conversation. Lofa, you just joined. Siku Kalasko is arrested and for protesting from the journalists. Samson is still here. Samson, I wanted to talk about, did Kalasko do anything? Then we'll go to Lofa. Samson, you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Did Kalasko do anything to be arrested and to be put in jail only for protesting and not even a bond granted?
Yes, so that was a very calculated move from the police and the Attorney General for Liberia. So the move was to delay Kalasko and others because the court normally closed by 3:00. So you were carrying it in. The plane was carrying it in by 2:30, and then the judge delayed by 2:45. You request a bond, and while they're looking for the bond, times elapsed, and then you put it in the vehicles and take them to Monrovia Central Prison. That was just a plan. Just to school.
Yeah, but something. The question is, what did you see? Did you see any action from Kalasko? That is the question.
Yeah,
the only thing Kalasko did was to stand with the protester in his white shirt and calling on the government to do the right thing. That was all.
Wow. And you're arresting somebody and carrying
he was arrested while peacefully protesting.
Yeah, and then you're allowed to sleep in jail just for that?
But
exactly.
Look, guys, here is why I look, it is not that Kalasko is better off than any of those other Liberians that is in jail. But in society we have people with statue. Kalasko will not be considered like any ordinary Liberian because of his closeness to the former president. If a guy of that statue can be taken without bond, and look, I respect the CDC chairman, but I must tell him they're very weak. They are weak. This is the man.
What is the definition of weak? You want to go in the street and start busting things?
No. I will define weakness for you. They are very weak. Mm-hmm. And what has happened for these guys to have come this close to the former president, it tells me that the former president himself, he is at high rates. Very high rates. that they can do the same thing to him. He can be tied and go to jail without bond. Come on, man. This guy. Come on, please, man.
What a definition of weakness, man.
Y'all
So
be joking.
yeah. So
Y'all be joking.
my next question, I wanted to ask Samson. Sorry, I wanted to ask Samson. Carrasco was not doing anything. Were his supporters throwing stone or something? Were they doing anything? Maybe where he was standing, supporters were throwing stone or so. What did you see?
So today there was two opposite reactions. But from the side of where the former presidential aide Sekou Carrasco was standing, so the entire north cooled down. The police dispersed the crowd at that point, where everybody went helter scattered for almost like 30 minutes before the presidential aide Sekou Carrasco was brought in from around the Jallah stamp side where he got arrested. So I didn't see protesters at that point throwing stone because by that time the police already dispersed the crowd. Everybody ran away. The same situation. So the same way
You only saw
Frances
the
was arrested. So the same way Frances was arrested, I did a video for her where she were on an interview with the journalist, and then the police came and all of her arrest. But she was not in a protest. She was on the ground of the Capitol building, and she came outside to see the protesters. And journalists engaged her with an interview. While interviewing her on live camera, the police arrested her.
Oh,
All right, Lofa.
Sis Victoria, great to see you on here. Thanks for joining the closing argument. Since our last conversation, we didn't get a follow up on that. My apologies. But great to see you on here and being consistent with the fight for a better Liberia. In that regards, I just want to say, regarding what took place today, we are looking at so many things that transpired. I personally disagree with the issue of police brutality, but something actually caught my attention today, and I want to highlight that. That was a young lady who actually stood up, and I got in contact with her. So I want her to tell her own story here. I'll use my 2 minutes to just get her to tell us what motivated her to actually do what she did today, because she stood up and protected an elderly woman who ended up as a victim of the police brutality. And so I got in contact with her, and believe it or not, she's not even a permanent police officer. She's a temporary police officer who actually chose to do what she did today. So I just want to use this opportunity to thank her publicly and ask a couple questions. Sis Joyce, how are you? This is Lofa again.
Man, she's doing her job.
Good, thank you. Regarding the decision that was made today, I know we spoke about this.
I don't think we should
What was
continue
really
this.
going
I
through
don't
your
think we
mind?
should continue this.
What was
Yeah,
really
she's
going
doing
through your
her
mind
job.
when you made
Lofa,
the
Lofa.
decision?
Let's
Yeah.
let's not continue
Yeah.
this.
She's gonna lose her job.
She was already notified, guys. She was already notified.
Yeah,
She was
let's
already
go ahead.
notified of this call. I spoke to her in the back and I asked her to please come and tell us, because this is
Yeah,
not
don't call her name. Don't call her name. Just
They know the woman, but I don't think.
Go ahead, sis.
No, no, no.
Go ahead.
I don't think
Joyce.
the woman will lose her job for nothing. Or just I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, but man, the certain things we can do.
Let she go ahead, Ben. She consented to go ahead.
Uh-huh.
you know better. Man.
You know. They can't afford the power. You'll be saying, "Oh, if I knew."
Thank you.
Exactly.
So you made that decision to protect her because you felt like that is something you felt was right based on your conscience. Okay, and you stated earlier during our conversation that you're not a permanent police officer, but yet and still you thought to risk the possibility of everything that you have to save that lady's life. Okay, in this public manner, I just wanted to use this opportunity to thank you and every other police officer out there who are actually saving lives and properties, because what you did today is a true example of what is expected of civil servants or people who represent the interests of the people. And today, it could have been anybody else. You could have walked away and say, hey, you needed to protect your life or your job and be like everybody else. But you chose to protect that elderly woman. You stood with her. So I wanted to use this public medium to say thank you. And God bless you. Continue to do what you're doing. Hopefully, people see reason as to why it is important that you be provided that opportunity to serve even more in public service as compared to just, just being a temp employee. And to just clear it out, yes, this young lady and I spoke multiple times, and I told her and asked if it was okay to speak with her regarding her decision today, and she agreed, and that's why she's here. So if any of you guys have a question or want to commend her for decision made today, I appreciate it. Or you can ask her. If not, we will just let her go. And as said, yeah.
Yeah, so let me just come in. I want to say thank you to the sister there. This is what we expect from any professional police or any professional person. I have been on the advocacy for women to be appointed to very strategic positions. Like for example, the police IG. I believe if it was a woman there today, I'm not sure what happened today would have happened today. So I'm advocating because we have these professional women in a sector, in a different sectors. So we need them to be elevated at leadership role so that they show some professionalism in the work they do. So we have just seen an example. So we want to say thank you very much to the sister and Lofa Julius. We will talk in the back, and then we'll see what we'll do. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you to the sister, and I want to encourage all of the women in the police, in the army, to just be professional enough, just be professional and show the value of a woman in a professional setting. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank you too. And thank you for the work that you do, the sacrifices that you make. Uh, Wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
All right. So since George, like we discussed in the back, we will continue our conversation, and I just again want to just end on saying thank you for job well done. We will continue in our conversation, and you can have yourself a Merry Christmas, and rest assured that we will celebrate the Christmas. Okay. You're very welcome, Mama. Say Merry Christmas to your daughter as well. She's a mother, so to see her doing what she
Yeah.
did
So,
today,
so, so let me
it
say
speaks
something.
volume.
I would like to say, I will
Why are showing
like to say,
why are showing Talasco Mall at Afona?
Now,
I would
look
like to
ready
say
for
a
it.
big,
I'm not doing that. I'm not no people. I'm not even doing that. The guys in the studio that weren't doing that. I'm not even
Sorry,
doing
I
that.
thought that you were ever at me.
No, I'm not doing that.
But says Vic, let me say something quick to you here. You said something. I being a woman as a police chief. No, I will vehemently disagree. The ever first woman police chief had a very bad administration in the Liberia National Police. You heard about Muna administration, right? Terrible thing. One of the most open corruption issue of the uniform saga, mismanagement of the police, and the rest of that, and a lot of chaotic situations that even unfolded at the free port right in her person. I mean, her reign as chief of police was very, very, very terrible. She's one of those terrible administrators ever the police have had
Pewee,
in recent history. So I don't want you to say if I been a woman, because a woman went there before, man. I said, bro,
Pewee, I
when I
disagree with you
and she didn't
2
perform
million
well.
times.
She didn't perform. I'm speaking, please. We don't do this
Sorry,
together.
sorry.
Yes, yeah, we yes.
That people
Thank you.
speak will come
Yeah,
in.
so Munansie did at the Liberia National Police, her stewardship was not a great one on a serious note, right? So I just thought to bring this that probably there will be other women that may come, or another woman may come and do brilliant. But yeah, let me say this today: what is unfolding currently at the current management of the Liberia National Police need to buckle up most of her activity. The issue about using excessive force or disproportionate force is not appropriate. And this is not the first time. The first situation in King George was terrible. People got killed in King George and the rest of that. The problem in the Liberia National Police today now.
No, but Sylvester, let me check. I want to
Go ahead,
answer
go ahead.
to what you said. Look, Sylvester, for so long we have had. I'm not saying men are not good, but for so long we
2,000 men, one woman. What's the comparison?
For so today, what happened? What the lady show us is real leadership. She show us. If you look at the number of police officers that were on the ground there, you will not see a lot of women there. You will see a lot of men there. But one woman among those men said, look, I need to save this woman's life. I need to save this older woman's life. I'm just saying this to say that women can do better.
Of course.
Yeah, women can do better. I'm not saying men are not doing better. I'm saying perhaps if it were a woman there today, was it during Madame Sirleaf's time when was it during Munasie's time when Madame Sirleaf walked to the AFL soldiers? Was it not?
Yeah, it was Munasie as police chief.
Yeah. And I must admit to you, Munasie is somebody I know very, very well. That's my father's ex-wife. She's a mother to me. So sometimes during Madame Sirleaf's time, we understand sometimes the politics play and blah, blah, blah. I'm not defending her though, but we cannot take one woman, all of the thousands of men that are involved with corruption. You take one woman out of the thousands of men and just want to talk about that woman and generalize all of the women. I didn't generalize all the men. Today, what is happening? Today, what is happening at the legislature there? Today, what is happening at the legislature there? You see, almost all of the women, they are standing for the rule of law. Almost all of the women, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it's just one or two. I think only one woman on the other side. All the women standing for the rule.
So the men are
on the other side.
So the men against the law.
No, of course.
No, you're right. You're right.
What at the time?
You're right. But I will not generalize.
The rule of God, most of the time, they are committed by men, not women. It's rare to see women violating, because women in nature, women are sharp creatures. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
let me make a clarification quick. I was not holistically speaking about all women. I was making a reference to Munasie days at the Liberia National Police. But women are great stewards of leadership. I respect women for that.
From my background of project management in communities, community development, whenever we went to these different communities, when you ask who should take care of this project, they say the chair lady. It is because one time I took my time to ask them, why do you always call in the chair lady to manage the project? They say the men, when they steal the material, they can run away and go to a different town. They need a woman and her children here. The woman and the children will be here and going through all the shame. But for the woman, she got she face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got her children. So she will want to do everything correct to maintain the family's image. I'm not saying men do not have integrity, but my brother, and I say, American to
if I could please, I just want to.
The science is on your side, because everywhere in the world where you have women in leadership, corruption in those countries drop. Anywhere there are more men, like the United States, Canada, corruption is high. But when you go to places where you got more women in leadership, like Rwanda,
the Senegal,
other countries in Asia, you always see that corruption is at its lowest. So women have a track record of not being corrupt. We're not saying that there are not corrupt women. Men have been ruling this war for years, and every time men are anywhere, there is a part of corruption. And Liberia is just a perfect example. Thank you.
And that's let me we say we want more women appointed to leadership position. What happened with that?
But we have did that. We have brought more women in government.
How many women?
I really want to highlight it because I keep getting people texting me about the young lady who just spoke, and people are like, oh, they're afraid for her job. The same way we highlight the dysfunctioning activities, okay, police brutalities on exhibit by police officers. When we see one good thing, I think it's only fair that we'll highlight it, especially in the case of this young woman who is currently she's volunteering. She's a volunteer police officer. And for her to not be acknowledged, I really wish President Boykai and other people in leadership will acknowledge this woman and use that as an opportunity to encourage other police officers to understand their roles in society, not to simply make them to feel like they are there to wear the badge and walk around in the uniform. They are a true representation of their society, the culture. Our culture is the symbolic nature of caring, okay, is what that lady exhibited today. And that's part of the reason why I thought she should be acknowledged and appreciated publicly so that we're not only just saying it in the bag, but telling her we appreciate her, regardless of her position today. And hopefully others in government will not only see her as a police officer, but will see her as a leader. And that way they will encourage her to go beyond where she finds herself. And that is what is done in the developed world. Humans, we are incentive driven, regardless of what it is. If you just appreciate the little things that we do, we try to do more, and we try to highlight that. And that's why I thought to bring her. I pray, and I know definitely she would not lose her job because we had a lengthy conversation about bringing her on, and she agreed. That's part of the reason why she was brought on, and I doubt that she would even look, because I spoke to other people.
Yeah, I agree that what that lady did was good. At the same time, we could still discuss her greatness without exposing her identity. There is a reason why even in the great America, with all of the protection, why there are certain people, when they go to expose certain things, why you see they alter their voices and they blink and they hide them. Because if you do these things, you put them at risk.
Or heroic behavior, something that is
those people
around the world. This is something that is appreciated.
It does not matter. Why do you think the other people's voices in America? Why do you think when the CIA? I mean, the CIA that has the highest secret in the world, some of the informers, why do you think they order their voices and put them behind a blank sheet? Is it because of the CIA cannot?
But I also think we should close on. I also think we should close on this topic. Is we are exaggerating it, because what she explained, she didn't explain anything about the government. She only explained that she because myself, I was scared for her not to speak. But the way she spoke,
she didn't say nothing wrong.
She didn't say anything
wrong. However, she is in uniform.
So I think we are exaggerating it.
They will even use that to even proud more as the best police officer.
She is in uniform, and because
it doesn't matter. Police officer is in uniform.
It matters when it comes to you wearing uniform. It is.
I think we are exaggerating it. She will not lose her job. She will not lose her job. If I were the police director, I will be elevating her to another level, because she really showed professionalism. Yeah.
Now let me. I think it's clear now. It's all over. I'm hearing that the Millennium Challenge Corporation is set to announce $500 million investment in Liberia shortly. That's what I'm hearing all over. It's clear. It's all over. I think that's the announcement the government is going to make tomorrow, that they're going to invest $500 million investment into Liberia. I think it's good. It's good for the country, and it's good. And just hope that the accountability and all, but I think it's good, and I think part of that credit should go to the former administration. I think they started this, all of this, and today that we are seeing the fruit of it. So,
People will not get out more. They will take it away, you know.
huh?
They will take all our credit away.
They'll take all the credit. Yeah.
Yeah. They will 100% take all the credit.
No.
I mean, the Boga administration will take the credit 100%. Come on, everybody, they will take it. They will not get 1 inch. They will take it. But let me say this: it's if it is true, and I'm reading from online that if it is true, that's going to be a huge boost to the Boga administration on the series. There's going to be a huge warmth to them if that, and we hope. But part of that kind of a development process now going to be strategically planned through different means. The project will indicate, or the government will not have the discussion, but it's going to be an extraordinary morale boost for the government and for the Liberian people. We as people also benefit from that, from our premier traditional partner. And it's not a new thing to the United States of America. We've done more than $5.something billion ever since they started putting some money during the civil crisis and all those things, development purposes, to UC and other international issue also. So the U.S. government has been a very true partner to us, and that's one of the reasons why we refer to them. Madam Sirleaf described them as our premier traditional partner, and they will always be a great ally to the country. And that's one of the reasons why they always poke into our business. They poke into our business, they sanction us, they discipline us whenever we are going to rock, and they put on the right trajectory. So it's going to be, if it is true. I will pray to God it is true, so that our people, because some of those projects would be geared towards alleviating poverty and pushing to bringing some development back to our people in our country. So we pray to God that this news is actually true.
Yeah, but let me come in. What is they say governments continue to, we agree. It's good for the country. We should all celebrate for the country. But honestly, it's like let me give an analogy. It's like you cook the food and then somebody divided food, because for 2 years it took former Minister Samuel Ditour and his team all the time. They did put a lot of work in it to ensure that we reach to that to this stage. You remember when Togar was doing that dancing, singing out his song? At the time we made that breakthrough. And I'll play that song tomorrow when I announce it to God, because to be honest with you, he did a lot of good job to reach to this point. And I hope Minister Garguah can be so decent to say, well, I will give credit to my predecessor for making this to happen. Well, I mean, yeah, for professional, you do that, okay? Because the hard work we're putting into it. In fact, look at the score. They passed consecutively, and then this year the score dropped. But yet and still, it just shows that had CDC been the winner of the election last year, they would have been getting this compact because they are putting the work for it. So I would give. I mean, why I want to welcome it is tomorrow if it's announced officially. But I will also say that we should give a lot of credit to Minister Togar and the Guar administration for what they did to reach to this point. We can celebrate as a country, but it was a concerted effort of the government, the past government at this point. So we all know what they did. They were under pressure. In fact, the IMF and the World Bank even gave them praises for what they were doing with economic situation. So we should really give them the credit for it. Tomorrow, when it's officially announced, we will congratulate the government, but also to give praises to the Guar administration led by the financial man appointment Samuel Ditour. They did a great job.
I mean, the money you said.
What money?
How much is it?
$500 million.
$500 million.
But you're not going to come in bulk. It's
yeah, you're going to come in different development
time.
But Tomalin.
Yeah.
And they, how they call it? Then the Chipari freeway, NCDC took the glory. So why don't we forget to the glory?
No, but I agree.
But Tomalin, let me say that they will take the glory.
Government is
government is contributing.
The party will take this glory tomorrow.
It's a good news, right? But guess what? Had Liberia failed twice on tour them last year and the year before last, they won't be getting it in this year. They won't be getting it. But so they want to put into it. Yeah.
So we are
happy. We happy. It's a big deal. It's a boost for the Boga administration. But we also want to say that It was the work, the effort put in by Minister Pewee, the Guar administration, and the team.
Listen,
So
let me say this
in other words,
right?
you can also say that it left a good economy. As what people can also say that the economy was bad. No, what they can say in the toilet. No, they can't say that because it left a good economy. What it took from and to this point. And mind you, let me say this though. Do you know the 12 years of the UP administration under Ben Sanvee, they got more foreign assistance as compared to the Guar administration. 6 years, they mobilized more domestic revenues on Minister Pewee and his team. To bring to this point.
The you people that log it, international community.
They log it because they got the first 250 million, right? Then they get it one
team, and a lot of support came to other billionaires, George Soros and other things pumped some money to the City Hall project and the rest of that. A lot of money came in the country, and Madam Sirleaf. But at the time, most of those things came Madam Sirleaf personal relationship. She knew her rapprochement and pumped most of those money in. Again, Omen Bwaka is coming the first year of his term, and this is coming.
You want Jallah at least give credit to
the because
you want Jallah give credit to the former government, please, at least.
I'm looking
on
their website.
This going to
on their website. I'm not seeing anything there, but I hope it's true. It is true.
Tomorrow evening it will be there. They will announce it tomorrow evening, and Ben they will announce it. They think the people already got the news now. The people got the information already.
No, I am talking about the Millennium Challenge. I'm talking about the
site. Yeah, no, I'm sure it will be there because
they can't put on
it's not there right now. And I'm saying it's not there right now.
You heard the post saying
they have not announced it. They can't put it there.
But they already think they get big news tomorrow. The news already leaked already. Come on, they're like bro now. Yeah. I mean, as I said, and yeah, I would say it will start coming as the end of next year. I wouldn't happy.
So Ben, the president, the people announced the thing. They will announce it. When they announce it, if it is true, they announce it tomorrow. Then it will be on their site. But it can be on their site. They are not officially done it. But what it will do to the process, they will inform the receiving government. So the receiving authority will be informed ahead of time. So the government is informed about this process. There's a detailed information process reaching the government. So the government hierarchy will be informed about the process. And I want to believe it's how the information have already leaked before the announcement tomorrow. So yeah, it's hopeful, but it's going to be like, bro.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a good.
It's something that we all should celebrate.
But let me say this now: that money that you can play with. That money is, what I'm gathering, is monitored closely by the U.S. government. They don't play with that money. That money
it's going to go to which of the project, but I think most of it will go to maybe revamping electricity. Yes, electricity, and these are the things that we are heavily challenged. The legislative process in our country because it's one of the things investors are not coming in the country.
That money will remain before the next government counterpart right now. He might not feel all that.
But that money is not as much. The drug got too much problem. We got a lot of things.
But still, they don't give it lump sum, so they want it to be so small. So by the time you don't come to an account,
maybe it will come in a period of 2-3 years now. The movement exhaust it because it level how we progressively going to handle things. Now, here's what the Liberia government need to do moving forward. We need to now improve our democratic credentials. This rule of law thing that they didn't pass, they got to push now because you can slow the money coming to if you start to blow now, you start to fear too much moving forward, right? So you have to set the process moving on and now coordinate in all sectors of government to ensure that all those sectors, and that's the best way to pass. The best way to pass is all government sectors be coordinated. Yes.
But just imagine, right? Just imagine how we have been re-elected. It would have been a good way to hand the country this kind of a good gift and moving on because they already did the work. They did the work, yeah. Because when it took over, remember the Hakana protest came about, and then two of them worked hard. I mean, one point in time, people said to him, I resigned, I fired to her, but I gave him credit. The man is I can't people say he's a genius. The man's smart. He knows this thing. Opposed to the man, no, they don't understand the man work. But people will, at least you see him work paid off today now. People are seeing it now.
You're telling a show to see this issue.
No, we're talking about the Millennium Challenge. We're talking about we're giving credit where credit is due now. I mean, maybe ANC I kind of who knows? But Victoria, let's be frank, right? I work on the news, good news for the country. and it's a big deal for the Boga administration. If they officially announce it tomorrow, yeah, they can run with it. But at least, we want to be honest, the credit should be given to also to reach to that point. Had two of them done a poor job, President Weah government had done a poor job, they won't have maybe reached to this point. But again, we praise God for Liberia. Liberia wins, and the Liberia wins.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm calling them right now. Yeah. I'm calling them right now.
My man, what's you doing? What's your time? You probably not. We calling now. My man, stop it, man. Man, the poor already never the poor, but
You I'm lying. Listen, I'm lying. Listen.
Dude, that's it calling.
Listen.
Who he calling?
He called him Manila challenge.
Listen. Listen to the voicemail.
No. I need to come on the show frequently. I'm enjoying this show.
Listen.
Millennium Challenge Corporation in Washington, D.C. Our office is currently closed. Regular office hours are Monday through Friday.
I'll call it tomorrow.
What about Boga? If you announcing it,
I'm gonna call them. Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, look. I will tell you how many organizations. A lot of them, especially when it comes to Liberia, that citizen government there, we did the same. The government is so corrupt, but I hope that money comes because to real understand of criminal, you need to give them money. If a man doesn't have money, even if it's a real criminal, you will not see much. Let that money come, and we will see. We will follow the money.
But hey, you see it. But last year, what they said, the Liberian government gets highest pass in MCG school card since 2017. Not eligible for consideration of. You see it, but it's clear. The Liberian government last year. The Liberian government gets highest pass in MCC school card since 2017. Not eligible for consideration of US $500 million income tax grant. So,
yes, because
you see, Victoria saying that it was the work of Minister Pewee and the Weah administration to reach this point. Because when they got it, since 2017, they got the highest compact, the highest school, and they were already qualified for it now because they have done it. They have passed consecutively twice.
No, but you don't just qualify. When you pass, they have to put you in a pool. They'll put you in a pool of other countries. So in that pool, they will make the selection for you to be. Because Sierra Leone got theirs 2 years ago. So
as you know, Abi, like if you're a nationalist, you're a patriot, you say congratulations for the country.
Yeah,
Liberia wins. But while congratulating them, I will give credit to the Weah administration for leading the pathway because they did the work, the hard work, did the heavy lifting. But Victoria, why you on the show? I know you want to talk politics. What's up with ANC?
Nah, the woman already made that this disclaimer. The woman made a disclaimer.
What about ANC, man? So all of y'all, I mean, got that.
The woman made a disclaimer. The one said she didn't have a politics. You know, woman, look, man. Oh, Victoria, we're not hearing you. Victoria, we're not hearing you.
So let's call the first portion of the show the women's presentation, and we can now talk a little bit. So the ANC is good. The ANC is recalibrating. The ANC is looking at reviewing its constitution to incorporate more people in the party. The ANC is preparing to go for a convention next year, either March or May. We will be going to convention. So, yeah. So the ANC is doing well. We are having our regular meetings. We are engaged in the communities. We don't have to be very, very, very loud at the beginning, but we have started engaging communities. Some areas we go, we say thank you. Some areas we go, every area we go, we say thank you, and we ask their view about how they feel about the country, and what they think will happen 2029. So we are listening to them, and while we recalibrate and restructure the party.
Ask by any chance, do you by any chance is the ANC still strong since ever since the departure of the former chairman Musa Hassan Belete?
Is the CDC still weak?
I didn't ask you a question. I asked him.
First of all, Representative Musa Hassan Belete has never been the chairman of ANC. He was the chairman of the Liberia Party, and the Liberia Party and the ANC were in collaboration during the electioneering year of 2023. And he was the chairman of the CPP.
Yeah, it was CPP.
The CPP now has dissolved. Everyone is in their party, and I also know that Chairman Belete has resigned from the Liberia Party.
Yes, correct. Yeah, thank you for the correction. Yeah, it was just but
to answer your question about whether the party is strong, the party has always been strong. We are strong. We are there, and this is why we say we know that everyone knows that.
Let me just condense you answer it together.
Okay.
The former political leader, is he still the political leader of the party? And if yes, is he still contemplating contesting the Liberian presidency?
Sylvester, I don't know what kind of normal question you asking me. I you say former political leader, is he still the political leader? So you want me to make formal the way you're not miss?
No, again, the election law of a country, whenever an election cycle is over, and I deliberately asked this question, and that's one of the things we don't know.
So let me
election
answer
cycle is over. You have. I come in 1 minute. This is not a Loma question, and this Loma question is the most.
We don't have the same policy
question. I'm coming. Let me push you back.
Leave my brother.
Time to time we have to, in the election cycle, you will have to go to inform the election commission that this is the political leader for that cycle. After that, you have your grand political leader, but in this line, you time to time have to do that. That's why I said, is he still the political leader, and will he be contesting 2029 election? That's what
Sylvester, this is how and I will be intentional with my response.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I answer your question. The first thing is, according to the NEC rule, you only have a chairman of a political party, and in electioneering year, you have a standard bearer.
Yes.
We all understand that it was doing. Councillor Bronsky was the one who introduced this political leader thing. Political leader to oversee the party, support the chairman of the party. So Mr. Cummings was elected at a convention as political leader of the ANC, and the ANC constitution says 6 years. So that 6 year expired in March, and this is why I was just telling you that we are about to convention. So he remains the political leader. He's not a standard bearer because we are not in electioneering year. Elections are over. Yeah. Just wanted to say.
Okay, back to that complete the thought of my question.
So to answer the question about
is he still harboring on nursing presidential ambition?
So this is it. Mr. Cummings is here. He's doing well. When I say he's here, he's around, he's doing well. He hasn't announced, and I feel it is still early to announce that I will be running. So he hasn't announced. I told you from the beginning that we are going to communities, we are hearing from the people what they want, because we have to get a buy-in from the community before you say you're running. So we go to the community asking the people what they want, and then later on we'll make a decision. Even me here, I cannot tell you today that yes, I will be running in 2029 because the dynamics of politics, we all know politics is dynamic. It can change at any time. So you cannot just rush and come and say, yes, I'm running, or no, I'm not running. We are consulting. We are consulting our people, and based on the consultation we have our people, we will say at the appropriate time how and who will become the standard bearer of the ANC. But yes, he's one of those that we think should come back to the race.
Fair enough. Thank you.
But let me ask a question, right? So I mean, right now, right, as I see things, I don't know. I'm still concerned about the future of our political climate. I don't know what will happen in the next 5 years. A lot's going to happen. I used to always say that PYJ was the biggest obstructionist to our democracy, and he proved it 3 times. And now he's gone. One person remains to go. Stay by what that person what that person go to.
Ellen Johnson.
I don't know what I want. Yes, I'm gonna be. But one person to go, so we'll be.
I am scared of company.
No, but I'm thinking about how.
Why are we celebrating? Why are you being you want to celebrate someone going out? Listen, these are the veterans of our country.
Yeah, but on a serious note,
she's a kid of our country process. Yeah.
I can tell you about it now.
He's 85 now. I remember when
you are not being in this election, you be involved. There'll be a lot going to happen. It will change a lot of stuff. Make no mistake. What PYJ did, he played a politician. At one point in time, he played. Look, the day he said he was going to run with Ure, 2017, I knew it was a joke. The minute he signed the document, he got it, left on that street and went home. I said, he taking question. They probably finished killing. He left my left. You know when he did it with Cummings too, your friend. Next thing the man gave money for a university. The next thing he flipped. I mean, he played game with everybody, and how he did it. Only we are Ellen benefited from it because they were elected through his influence. But now he's not in the picture. I expect a lot to happen 2029. But again, people say the last 18 plus years, CDC and UP have controlled the political landscape. But I see them still dominating. I don't see other opposition parties doing anything. They're not going to make any impact still. I don't see it happening anytime. You can't win election abroad or coalition. So you cannot do it alone. So until I see them coming together and making formidable coalition, you understand. So if any party who feel that they want to take power now, if you don't have the support of CDC with you, take it or leave it. You on for a long haul.
Tomalin, this is it. We have a very, very, very good experience from the just past election with the CPP, the first CPP, and then later on the second CPP. So for me, I don't think it will be advisable to just begin with a collaboration again or coalition or so. So let us go individually. Let's continue to engage. I'm coming. Let me finish. Let's continue to engage, and then later on, maybe 2-3 years to the elections, we can decide on that. We saw what happened right after the elections. We said when the young people went to meet Mr. Cummings to ask him to run and for him to win President Weah, we needed to come together as a coalition we needed to collaborate. The collaboration came into existing. Yeah, the collaboration came into existing, and we saw what happened, and it fell apart. We went our ways, and today Mr. Cummings was the victim. But I want to say that what I want to say is that the result that came up, nobody will say Mr. Cummings got 29,000 votes. No, and nobody will say it. Yeah, but that is the official result that came from NEC. If you know, when Mr. Cummings came out with a press statement asking NEC that we wanted to do a forensic audit of the ballot paper, because we're not talking about the tally sheet, we were talking about the ballot paper. Tomalin, I will tell you that I have a lot of supporters in a UP. And some of those young people who were supporting me, they were pulled in the polling places. Some of them came to my house in the same place I'm sitting and told me, say, Oma, where were your poll watchers? I said they were there, and all of y'all were in there. And they told me, they said, Oma, the boy told me, he said, the polling place I was sitting in, he said you got 97 votes, but 16 went on the tally sheet. Mr. Cummings got 101 votes, 3 went on the tally sheet. But then I told him, I said, but why you didn't blow alarm? He said, I was not in your interest. It to say that was only you, I would have blown alarm. But I was in the interest of the Unity Party. When I asked him where were our pool watchers, he said, I don't know the people were acting that they're sleeping or what. So,
No, but
yes, so we know that.
Do you believe him? Do you believe
But Victoria, let me say this though. I've voted in Habel, right? I've voted for Cummings, Ava Jones, and McGill in Habel. For the Senate, McGill. For the House, Ava Jones, and then for the president coming the first round. But when I went there, because I had my press on me, so when I got there, so I asked the people the question. I said, "Who are you guys there?" Nobody was there. They were in no, how do you call them, observer was there for no party. I said, and then I only saw the European young guys there. But nobody was there. In fact, the eve of the election, I was sitting on somewhere in Singapore with ANC pool, right? Most of the old folks that came from the States they were there too, right? And they were just discussing about who will be where tomorrow. I said, they have not even discussed it. They talked to the one yet. They were there. Oh, tomorrow I'll be to the place. I'll be to the place tomorrow. I said, but then, and to be honest with you, they should have people police to every polling station throughout the country. That's why the money when you raise money, what you do it for? Put people in a position. But again, like I said, the reason why I knew that the election was a joke, I haven't launched our social security. And then the one lady told me, say, a particular person, coming office, and most of the staff, they voted there. And they tell me that the staff, then the man taking a daily bread. They tell me that the man staff, then vote for him, for somebody else. And he, got one vote there. Give me a break. You know that it was tempered with. Make a mistake.
Yeah, and even somebody said, if the person said, there were polling places where Mr. Cummings got 0. The person said, even if nobody voted for Mr. Cummings, I voted for him. How come? Even where Mr. Jallah, you saying, where Mr. Cummings and his entire security, most of the people who follow Mr. Cummings, Mr. Cummings got how many votes there? I think 3 or 4 votes.
Exactly. So you believe it? They tell me where Appleton come from. Why we also Appleton in a campaign there right away? How you take their place?
So Tomali, I was in District 17 doing some thank you tour, and then I went to a community that I actually didn't go to during the campaign. I didn't go to that community, but my team said they reached out to that community. But somebody took us there. We went to say thank you here, and the person said, this is a rich vote community. Let's go and say thank you there. So I went to say thank you there, and the people say, they said, this community, we didn't see Appleton here, we didn't see a flyer.
What you want?
We asking our people, they say, we asking our people, what are they voting for Appleton? The people said they never voted, they didn't even know him. But then NEC is announcing result for him from our community, huge amount from our community. He said, and our people didn't vote. Yeah.
Victoria,
he said, we were
right? When they were announcing the results, by the time they kind of Appleton, all they be laughing. All commissioners, they be laughing. And they'll say, this place, Joseph Yuma Boyka. This place, George Manuel Weah. This place, Wari Appleton. I said, everybody laughing because they knew it was a joke. Until everybody was like, how can anybody where he came from? But on a serious note, right? In some serious country, they will investigate and find out what really happened. They will audit all the NEC battles that happened. They will audit the whole thing, but to find out what happened. And I thought the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
And what is more disrespectful in the whole thing? What is more disrespectful in the whole thing? The letter that was written to the NEC boss, she didn't respond to it. Very disrespectful. She didn't respond to that.
And mind you, next year, President Boga will be appointing the whole NEC. The tenure will be appointing a new NEC, and they will bring social UP loyalists there. They will put them there and so forth. What Ellen did, Ellen asked how come that woman, when Ellen was studying the NEC, she asked parties to recommend names. CDC recommended that woman.
Parties and civil society, yeah.
CDC submitted that woman name to Ben Sanvee for appointment, Madam Brown. She was from CDC, recommended her.
But here is my disappointment. when CDC, well, at some point they knew that something wrong happened, and they did. I mean, like when you know you're already losing. If you didn't do it, if you did not do it, they should have opened this thing to investigation because we know something fishy happened. And the bad thing is that that thing will still happen again because there has been no investigation. That thing that was used will still be used again to win election. And then when everybody will have to come together and say, oh, you gotta open your eyes. Because that same thing that worked, it will work again.
Look, that night, right? I'll tell you this. I remember that night before they gave the final results. We went to we had our room, but the whole group said we're not going on set that night. Everybody said not going, but then we got encouraged. Said, "Oh, you go, man. The result will be good tomorrow. You go." We got there now. Everything left for that. So in the morning again, we went to find out. Everything was on par, but then when I looked, me and Peabody and somebody went somewhere. They said, "My man, now how you look at it different here?" I said, "Huh?" We start waiting. All right, they're blind. But by the time the result came that day, we went to the president all the time. I told him yesterday, everybody started saying, "Yo, wait." When I there, when Malu boss and started to cry, and when I knew, I said, "They think, oh," Malu said, when Malu started crying that day, I said, yeah, it think, oh. And then the same night, while we're there, the president can see there and call Boga. Boga not expecting this. When they call him, hello, what's up? He said, "Huh?" He said, "I'm going to congratulate you." "Oh, thank you." You were shocked. What I gonna call? You were shocked.
Yeah.
Right, again,
Yeah. It was the best way. It was the best way. And
so meanwhile,
this is why-
meanwhile, please contribute to the Christmas Sunday. I know by Friday all the panelists will be finished. I want to say thank you, Pewee and Ben. Thank you so much for your contribution. I know by Friday we'll be giving our own contribution to the rest of us. I want to say thank you so much. Pewee, it's not Pewee first time. Pewee, I've always done this. It's not strange to me. Always contributing.
I'm a government official, man. I'm a former government
official. Sylvester just texted me. He said he will pay on behalf of me. He will send something on behalf of me.
You see it? Yeah, that's
Sylvester.
You're progressive.
Yeah, Papa, guys.
Let
me just go over the list. Just to show. I always like to recognize the folks that have paid. We again asking you guys before we continue on the next segment of this show. There are a few folks that have given. Love Doe have given $50. Eugenia Green have given $100. Paleto $25. Juma Jallah $75. Jerome Gidman $100. Esther Frederick $25. Darcy Davis $25. Larry Kennedy $100. Henry Doe $30. Melvin Tabo $200. Yumtru Khan got $20. Sarah Dopu $25. Sophie Blamo $25. Nora Hook $50. Catherine Gibson $50. Roosevelt Flomo $25. Sylvester Rennie $300. And our man, the nurse on Traver, $150. So, and let me also ask Aliu Sharif. Aliu Kamara. He's in Holland. He sent us a $25 all the way from Holland. I'll probably go to Western Union and pick it up tomorrow. I've been going the last 4 or 5 days. I'll go there tomorrow and get it. So don't get me thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for your gift. And guys, the Cash App is still there. We're going to need $5, $10, $15. Every dime you send, I'm going to give tomorrow as well. Every dime you send is going directly to the guys in Liberia. We want them to sit with their kids or the wife and go to the eventable park or go to the other park there and have a meal with their kids, for Christmas, and just drink some cold water, beer, or wine, and just chill with the family and friends. I know I was picking hearing you'll be drinking beer, and it didn't get on be rolling upside him, stuff like that.
I want to before I leave. I have to go do some daddy's duties. But this weekend we'll be having our Basel people having a program. Our Uniboa, United Basel Association, and our own Dr. Peabody will be the guest speaker. He'll be bringing the message that night. The guest speaker for that occasion, the Pennsylvania United Basel Association chapter.
Yeah.
And we'll be exchanging gifts all that day too. So please, if you're in the Pennsylvania area, come and let's celebrate. People can put the information up. People who really want to attend, come and join us. It's only $25. Come there. Let us have fun. Let us enjoy the bazaar song and all the things.
And they're going to be giving back too, though. They're going to be giving back.
You are officially invited. So people make your presence there.
Come hang up. We live like 1 hour apart, and we never.
I want Sylvester to come. I want Gongloe to come. Kehleboe to come. And I know
we live 1 hour apart, and we don't see each other at all.
Sylvester, we're going to Grace House this Saturday. We're going to Grace House. So I hope you part of that trip too.
Come again?
We're going to Grace House this Saturday. Grace.
Is in the P area?
Yeah, in York. She's in York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let me recognize somebody by the name of UJ Booyah. He sent us $25. Thank you so much, UJ. Thank you, UJ Booyah.
You know what? Having the Pennsylvania chapter meeting this weekend?
Yeah,
Christmas
party.
When's that? Sunday?
It's Saturday, the 21st.
It's late here now. I got 3 minutes to 12 midnight.
I have to.
All right. You're feeling in darkness, and you got like you see it pretty, and Victoria.
No current. I actually put my generator on.
Oh really? Wow, it's shining there.
Yeah.
So, but Victoria, before you go, we gotta bring you on. What we'll have a whole time with you and the team to discuss.
Sure. This is just.
Are you contesting 2030 and 2029?
For her district.
Who just asked? Who asked the question?
Never.
Hey, brother.
You know what? I know plenty of people in the race. So for this reason, I would say yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will be contesting.
No, trust me, this time around, you got my support. You don't have my moral support, my financial support, but you have my on the ground foot support, where I'll be running campaign. And now, is it going to be in Lofa or in Maserado?
The same Maserado. You know, we should leverage on what we can talk in just an election.
Yes.
Yeah. So it would be good for us to leverage on.
It's going to be the senatorial race also, right?
Yes, the senatorial race.
So you're going to be running against the light that went out?
I can assure you this time around. I want to go for Canada race. I will wrestle right in Maserado just because I want to give my vote to you. And I will say this, and I will not only give my vote to you, but I will canvass on your behalf also. I believe you can pull that. Now, and the last time I told you on the show, I told you to start Joseph a powerhouse. And the reason I was not
the man of my uncle, man, did that talk,
our uncle again, right?
Did that talk.
No, the role he played, he's well grounded in the county politically. So to defeat him is difficult. But I'm hearing that he's not contesting after his term also, and probably.
No, he's not contesting 2029. It will be 2032.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying after his term, because he will be expired in 2022. 2029 is the light.
So Dr. Peabody, your friend you like so much is not in the race. I know you will support me.
I'm gonna support you. We need a female president, Maserado, who can bring a change.
Let me say this to you. The light. I know you're gonna dim the light. You're gonna bust the light completely now.
We want to dog like that. The light already got cracked. The light already got cracked on it.
And the light continue. I know you're gonna dim it or you're gonna bust it to the light.
It's buzzing. They
So
got crack on it.
No, but we need to brighten the light. A light doesn't mean one person.
Yeah.
Somebody goes there with a light.
Oh, so he not dimming now. So he dim it.
So we need to go back and get the lights. Bright.
Got you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting process 2020. But I know that there's gonna be a new senator in Maserado 2029.
And that would be me.
Yeah, it's a new person.
I want you. I'll support you.
Yes.
You know, in the past, I supported the light though. I supported the light heavily.
All of us.
Naturally, I supported the light.
My 2 cars got spoiled because of the light. Anyway, but anyway, here we are. That's politics.
Victoria, you got my support. You got my support.
Thank you, Dr. Peabody.
You got my
Thank
support.
you. So let me just end because it's already.
Myself, I'll be running in Grand Cruz. Just so you guys know. I mean,
So
Who
you
you going to move on there?
where you going to crew? You don't even know where you going to crew.
what are you talking about, man? I'm from
Where
Benwa.
you
I mean,
Where?
I would say myself. I'm
No,
ready
which
for
district? Which district?
Where you going to crew?
Benwa.
Where you got Benwa? Where you got
We
Benwa?
said a district. What a
Which
district?
district? Which district is that?
District
You don't
3.
know. You don't know. Now you see, you don't even have District 3 there. You see, I come on me.
No,
You don't even have District 3. You don't have District 3. No, wait. You have 2 districts in Grand Crew. You don't have 2 representatives. District 1 and 2. You don't have 2.
Stop. I said,
You don't have 2.
I'm going against our chair. I'm going
Uh-huh.
against our chair.
But no. You can't. No. Again, I come in. Let me educate you quickly. Abache is not running. Wait, Abache does not have a district. There's no district. There's no boundary. So you see, you don't understand.
He said he's running for the Senate.
I'm running against our chair.
Abache does not have a district. He's a senator.
I don't care. No,
so let me say thank you.
Go ahead.
So I want to say thank you for allowing us on the show. We look forward to coming on frequently to discuss issues affecting our country, issues affecting women and children. You know, we want to call on, want to leave this message to call on all like-minded Liberian women to join us. We will be announcing several actions. We want you to join us so that together we can make our country better. Let's hold our government officials accountable. We didn't elect them to be making noise over there. We elected them to do the people's work. And because we want them to do the people's work, we keep them. It's like a child. You give the child everything. If the child misbehave, you need to put them on track. And if you put them on track and they do not want to get on track, what you do? You deprive them for certain things. And these are some of the actions we're going to take. So some of the actions we're not doing it. We're on this closing argument. We will be on SKTV. We will be on several radio stations talking about it, but we also have a sit-in action where we will be grouping women together and we will be coming up with a statement that we will present to the international community. Besides that, we'll be going to districts. We will begin with Masorado, and other districts will be going to districts to listen, to explain to the constituents what the legislature is doing, if they are happy. And if they are not happy, what do they intend to do to have their lawmakers? So those are the actions we're going to be taking. We are still at the early stage, but we know it will work because we are reaching out to people to support us in this quest. And we look forward to your own support too, all of you, your support. And in the next 2-3 days, you'll be hearing from us.
All right,
great. Thank you so much. I look forward to coming back on the show. I look forward to more engagement on the show. The only thing is the timing. That was the reason why some of the women could not come on the show, because the time you come on is a little bit late in Liberia. So coming on like almost 10 o'clock our time is late for the women. The women will want to go to bed soon.
Maybe we'll plan a Sunday show for you guys. In that way, you guys can come a little early.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys could come a little early.
Sure,
But Grace, you got this. You got this. Anytime you want to come on, the closing acumen is here to help you. And anytime you're welcome.
Okay. Thank you, and bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, before we end our program here, we'll end by 8 o'clock, 7. I would like us to take 1 or 2 calls and get back in our conversation. I'm concerned. You see what happened? Okay, Grand Master Superintendent. Jallah. You see Jallah full of. He's not come out with something again. What happened to Grand Master Superintendent? I'm not sure, but I understand he got injured today in the protest. We saw a picture of him bleeding and stuff like that. So if Superintendent John J. Bakpe, I believe, is listening, I would like to call in. Can you please call the closing argument on one of those? Call us if Superintendent John J. Bakpe is listening and want to talk about what happened today. Can call us. But let me say this: protest is not an easy thing. Protest is not a small thing. I mean, if you got a few hundred people, I mean, the police not even 2,000. I don't think we have the police 2,000. So if you have a hard group that are really going to protest, I don't know how the police overpower it, but it was something planned. They're putting you where you were going. How can you be marching and they got a whole police battalion behind you, and then they got another battalion in front of you? So there's no way. If you sandwich the other guy in front, the group behind you will sandwich you. So apparently that happened today, because if you really want to protest, I mean, you got to plan it well and you got to do it well, But Henry, if you can come on, let me take one or two calls and know how the people feeling. One or two calls and to know how the people what the people think of today protest, what the Liberian people think of today. If you guys can come on, then you can do that. But Jonah, go ahead.
You guys have tomorrow newspaper?
Yes, the newspaper is really crucial.
Oh, okay, because there's a lot of headlines. One of them says, "White Tuesday turns bloody." I don't know what.
Oh yeah, that front page Africa. White Tuesday turned bloody.
I mean,
but interestingly, I don't know. Yeah. It hasn't been confirmed, but I'm hearing, that the illegal bloc is almost done with on the deliberation on that budget issue, and they should be submitted into the Senate soon.
Yeah.
So what does Speaker Kofa stand? What does the majority?
So I think Kofa got one more. He has a lot of stuff on his sleeves, and I think one of those stuff, if he's not thinking about it, I will tell him to keep this one, wait for the sonar, and he can unleash that there. He can unleash something at that sonar. I don't know what it is sonar or what, where the president will be, going to speak. Because at that place, I don't think international people will want to go there knowing that the speaker is, because everybody knows that he's still the speaker. They themselves have not refuted the fact that he's the speaker. They want to say he's an embattled speaker. So I mean, let him go there, and then they have two speakers on the stage, and let's see what that make the president look like. But he still have a lot of stuff that he can unleash from his arsenal. And like I said, don't give up. Hold on. You should not give up. Never. For most of us to win, we always see winning as something positive. And that's true. But sometimes you can lose to win. I know when I tell people, they're like, what do you mean? Yeah. It's not every time you must have victory. You get victory in so many ways. And I think whether he loses this fight or not, there'll be a lot of positives that will come out of it. And I'm telling him, my young Mr. Kofa, be there, hold on, do not give up. People will be there to stand with you. And I happen to be one of those people. Thank you, man. Mr. Pewee, what's up?
Yeah, Pewee.
Oh, yes. I think basically this whole thing, I said I've already hanged my jersey on this discussion. We'll look forward to hearing on the Supreme Court. We just encircled everything. So I'm just basically going to turn to the Honorable Supreme Court to come up with we need to reach some finality in this process. We cannot continuously hold on and keep the country the way it is in terms of who is the speaker. I believe that, he is the legitimate speaker. But now, again, legislative politics, sometimes you see they call themselves the majority bloc. They are currently engaged in the budget
discussion process, debating the budget, and the Honorable Liberian Senate already started the process of working with them. There's this synergy being built by both the Liberian Senate and the so-called majority bloc, if you will. So, I mean, this is despicable. It is against the tenets of democracy. The fact that this process is going the way it is going, and the majority bloc say they're doing business, and the Senate have now come to recognize them. Nothing I have in this line. I want to listen to what the Supreme Court going to come in terms of the response to the Bill of Information. I'm informed a little bit that Supreme Court seems to be a little reluctant to handle this matter. If it is true, then it's troubling for the Speaker, and that's one of the reasons why I took the position that I took, and folks seems to not understand my own side of the reason I'm saying this time that he threw in the towel, because this thing's going to linger, and we cannot have this situation moving unabated. So I think we need to come to some point that we call the process moving on, so the people can move and do the business of the country, and the country we have to forge ahead. So it's important that we recognize this, and it's also important that we call on all of the major state actors in this issue to protect the country democracy, and to also try to close this battle, and so the country will move on. This is holding the country too much down. It's not a good thing for us to do. It is very important issue that we recognize the continuation of our country moving on. That is the essence of where we are today. When folks at the time fought for this country to move on, we did it, and our then generals, those that were advocating for political pluralism, did it in the interest of us to do what we're doing today. That's why you have multi-partyism. We have the proliferation of different political parties, everybody having their own, democratizing our thought process, and the rest of that. Freedom of speech, freedom of everything. So the only thing I will say for now, I will remain very quiet. Very quiet on this situation, and allow the Supreme Court to come and tell us what to do and what not to do, and to answer this bill information, clarify what was it that you ruled on the last time. Tell the people in a more emphatic tone, in a more clear tone. So it is now on the shoulder of the Supreme Court to come and do this, because the Speaker is very the reason why they call him in battle Speaker, because they're trying to remove him. He's in battle. Ben, so the reason that does not mean he's not the Speaker. He is the Speaker, but in battle Speaker.
Yeah, he called him a fight. Yeah,
and clarify the situation for us to move on. It's a
but yes, I'm hearing other rumors that the Supreme Court may not even take up the case.
And that's why I say if they are reluctant and looking at it, then they will put the country in more. Then will we continue on this path up to the State of the Nation address from the president?
That's what we want.
Something up. So that's going to happen. Now, even at that, listen, and then I always say this thing: you cannot fight the government as an individual, and in a situation. I agree that we all should adhere to the rule of law. Now, let me emphasize this. This is not a contradiction. Let me emphasize this. To adhere to the rule of law is very important. It is a very cardinal position that we all should always maintain. But in some time past government history, we already have seen time pass. Other government sometimes would blatantly ignore the adherence of the rule of law. They have happened consistently, right? So I wouldn't be surprised. I agree that the Sudan is coming, the State of the Nation is coming, and the government, via the executive, is intending or have now concluded that we're going to recognize British Kun as our Speaker. They will do everything to stop Kofa from entering that place.
Yeah, they got power.
Yeah. They will do everything. I come in, and that's why I say it's difficult. They will do everything because they will deploy the security in a way and manner that they will allow him enter the hall, maybe to whistle, but to go and sit where he should, they won't allow him to reach there. trust me, they will prosecute it in a way and manner to prevent him. I don't want us to get there. I don't want.
Yeah,
us
but
to
the people are preventing. The people are preventing.
We will get there.
Peaceful protest today. You know.
So that's my point. That's why I say, hey, why is so early and other thing. Come on and say, oh yeah, continue the process.
Pewee, the man should not throw in one bit of a towel anywhere. And let me tell you why it's important. This man, as bad of a character as he is, like, and there are more Bible stories that I could relate to you about how God used bad people to save, to save.
I didn't suggest that he's not a bad character. I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying it. It's not you. I'm saying it.
I don't know him to be a bad character.
Yeah, I am saying it. This is my talk. Because everybody that is in the house is not in the interest of the Liberian people. That is a clear fact we all know. However, that's not what we are discussing here. But there are times God uses bad people and to teach a good lesson. And I think we have Falanti at a very good place in our nation's life, where he will stand against something where everybody believes will have been an easy ride, because this thing has always happened, and anytime it came to pass, it just went through. But today we got one person that is standing between these people and say it's not going to happen. I think all of us should enjoy this man, and let this great luck happen as long as it can happen. Like, he's not losing anything.
It's really sad, because I think there should have been a peaceful opportunity, a perfect opportunity for the Supreme Court to come and say, you know what, that we kind of interpreting the right thing. This is what we said, and this is it, and move on. But Supreme Court don't want to do it. You don't know what's going on in the back. We saw the vice president showing up at the personal function of the justice. Supreme Court Justice daughter a park opening. The vice president was there, and all those kind of things will create problems. Unfortunately, we don't know what's going to happen.
I can assure you, if the government keep this thing like this, I can promise you there will be a lot of bad things happening. I'm not even hiding it. I can promise you, it's a guarantee that people will not be satisfied, and people will take law into their hands. I think 100% people will take things because, look, for the fact that even those guys that are with Kofa, bro, besides Jacob Koruba, it is not about Liberia. All of them are fighting for themselves. You think they will go down like that? You must be dreaming. And the only thing that can save this country is that Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court goes out and says nothing, all of them will have to regret tomorrow for what will be expected to come. Because, man, this is not right, and nobody should accept it.
It's not right. It's totally wrong, but only in that culture. All right. Well, guys, come on now. Let's take some calls. Let's talk about, they've heard nothing. The government is arresting people. You're arresting Kolasco. Is that because you have a beef with the president? Or is it because Kolasco came on and said a talk on our show last night and said that, I think this is a pure violation of his right. That's a pure violation. Okay?
You put me the pressure of
Huh?
No, it's just like people work. I just cream. That's not.
Don't get your calls now.
Let's get some calls. Let's hear from the Liberian people.
Okay, so
guys, the cash app is still there. The cell is still there. We still appreciate any little thing you can send, anything you can do. All right, go ahead.
You can put your calls in 0777-285961, 0777-285961. You can also call us on WhatsApp +231 777-285961 to be a part. Hello, caller. Wow. Oh, the caller come. Hello, caller. Yeah, be audible. Your name and where do you call from?
Thank you. Thank you so kindly for the show. I'm trying to reach you and joining from what you told President.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, all of us today talking about violation of people rights. And some people are saying that in fact the president is not supposed to go there. But the place all of us trying to forget about is when the protesters said it was going to be a peaceful march. Why is it that when you know where there's peace and then where all of us were there? But to say that place is a peaceful area, then the president go there and they escalate protest. You people went to petition your lawmakers. They was not the president, so the president have nothing to do with your protestation. But some people say, oh, if I will escalate, they will angle some people there. They tell you, say, when Chancellor was going, some people were happy about it. But the majority of the population was not happy about it. So, for fact, Israel, I'm so surprised of some people who are supposed to be asking Kufa to resign. Then they're asking them for the 3 men or for the 4 men to say, all of Kufa, Garguah, and for you to process. When Kufa was
go ask Baga to resign.
What do you think about the law? When there's a chance about Kufa alone, so you think that you want to go the entire country to make the FPR so is protecting the law. This is not about protecting the law, it is about protecting Kufa or personal attachment.
Okay.
Go ask Baga to resign.
All of what you talk about is the Kufa wrong way. When Chancellor was going, all of are not happy about it. What was that also who are not happy about it. But because of the deeds that they carry on, it is what I wanted there. And now Kufa will not down to that can. For one fact, all of us supposed to be asking Kufa to resign. But Kufa appear on one of your sister radio stations. He said he made up to your father saying, oh, in fact, if the money was going through his budget, but he never knew that money was going through. So as the lawmaker, they say ignorance to the law is not excuse. When Kufa can be brave to admit to the world that if found money was going through his budget, then I want to reason is not reason for Kufa for the lawmaker.
Okay, thank you. Hello, caller. Yeah, please be brief. Hello.
You're talking nonsense here.
Okay, go ahead.
It was not wrong that the president took go there. You see, the journalists in this town, most of the radio stations, they so look at it and they recorded the state out there. They put people against people, most of the radio stations. You see, they get talking all kinds of things for us to go against our own, here. So it is not right. It's like anything happened to the president of the land, they all up put together and give him a good advice. Please, so thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Hello, caller. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, Nima. Where do you call from?
Thank you very much. I'm James Blama Kamara from the Liberian Civil Rights Movement. And let me appreciate all of you on the closing arguments for always discussing issues that are matter for the survivability of our country, Liberia. Like others, the president government over there today exacerbated the issues. We were peacefully marching to go in Istanbul at the National Legislature to be able to petition our law because in terms of them being able to uphold the rule of law, because without the law, no one will be governed in this country, meaning it will be a jungle justice, and we don't want to see our country going that route. So we cannot sit through and just be talking on the radio. We try to carry on some civil distribution to show to the world, alas, that we are civilized people who believe in democracy. And then we have a law in our country that should be able to guarantee the rights of the people. So in that, we were trying to also exercise our democratic franchise. Indeed, the police was able to use an excessive force against us, where many of our brothers and sisters are languishing at various hospitals across the country now. They are seeking treatment. And then we say that indeed Garguah Kuma need to go. I don't think Garguah Kuma can be able to protect peace and stability of our country, because if we are protecting the peace, I think the life of the people should be involved. But if you don't care about the stability of the people, but you are protecting the president's power in this, and the president going there exacerbated the issue that because they were opening the way forcibly to ensure that the president go to the capital of Delhi. Why is it that the president could not suspend his going over there today to stand up full of condolence? It will be even done tomorrow or another time because of the safety of the state, but the president did not do that. So we call on the international community to intervene, because if this care is not taken, it may degenerate to chaos. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, so before you leave the line, were you part of the protest today?
Secondly, I was part of the protest today, and we went there. We have to use our what we call our security mentor in terms of being able to tactically disappear and subsequently reappear when we are called to ensure that we carry on safer distribution. But actually, we did not expect the way the police went about today. The barricades are everywhere, stopping peaceful Liberians not to even enter the legislature, the capital of Delhi. And on June 7th, we were given the right, we enter, and other people even pray on Friday, June 7th. Protest, people pray there on a Friday. Okay. Those Muslims that were not or pray.
All right.
The police could not allow us to enter and petition our lawmaker. It will go against the law. You can deal with us. You can use the excessive force when you see the citizen going against the law. But you cannot see peaceful people and go. You just start arresting people that you can recognize within the crowd and just arrest them, go and place them beyond bar and see that the country will remain peaceful. It can be. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Hello, caller. Yeah, Nemo, where do you call from? Yeah, please be brief.
Yeah, let me tell people to you. The protest that went up today, and there won't be a fun. Let me tell people to you. When Liberian people say the tower with you, the tower with you. And matter of fact, the people in majority. Then you say you want to go protest? For not to cover people, you will just forget about the thing. Then you just go on air to just resign. Then you just resign. In protesting the
let Baga resign. Let Baga resign.
So why is you resign? Why?
The mother of the majority, he was the executive, he's now with the majority, working with the people.
So is he not doing the raffle thing? Is he not doing the raffle thing, or he's not following the law?
The mother of the people having a crime. The majority.
Same Baga let the country let Baga resign.
The police was there, fire, and other stuff. That's also red trains. That's another cover resign.
Let Baga resign.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, hello, caller. Yeah, Nima, where do you call from?
Thank you. My name is David, and I join you from Central Margaret this evening.
Okay, go ahead.
So, today, some of our witnesses, they protest, they ground capital, petitions, they were very much toxic. When petition arrive at the capital building, is that something or what it says in the work of the police to put their life and property.
Wow, we lost that caller. Hello, caller.
Yeah, take one, two more, then we'll do our close, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Nima, where do you call from?
Thank you, I'm Joseph. So for me, what went on today, and I want to respectfully disagree with people who are saying is people die with you. It is not the amount of people die with somebody. It is about doing what is lawful. So what will happen when thousands of Liberians gather and say, okay, President Baga, we no longer interested in your services, and we elected him for 6 years. So should he leave? Because few of us will say we tired. So it is not for me. What happened today, I think the executive just wanted to show power over the protesters today. But mind you, those of us that are saying The police job was to protect life and property. Mind you, tomorrow there will be no President Black. Another regime will be there, but this police will remain. If they are also ensuring law and order tomorrow, we should not say that regime, is behaving bad to us, the Liberian people. So if it is wrong today and it was wrong yesterday, we should all condemn it. I listened to your sister show just now, and I heard Representative Samuel Koga, say, the Liberian people, the Constitution say they should present their petition to their lawmaker. Why must you have lawmaker being part of the protest? When it started to be wrong, that lawmaker should be at the forefront of protest. When that was the law, they say part of protest yesterday. When we started to know that lawmaker, because they're supposed to be receiving petition, my brother, let me just add on this note. It would have been peaceful if the police would have been able to put this measure in place. Say, okay, there will be a signing of the book of condolence here. So what we do, say indeed you people already here, we need few people to go and read your petition so that the committee of petition can receive it, so that they will look into it. But as it is now, we cannot allow all of you in because there is a serious ceremony that is to take place here. And let's see what all the protesters would have disagreed. But to get you excessive food, no, I think it was wrong. And if for security reason the president know that that place there was a protest ongoing there, the security advisor needed to properly advise him so as to save the state. It is a matter of people wanting to show power.
Thank you. So let's take this last call. Hello, caller.
Yeah. So on the line, I went off.
Yeah. Name, where do you call from?
Yeah, Sam TV. And I told you today, some of us who witness if you follow from media institution, we can see today live the police, they are far more hospitable. The situation we at the capital building is that jumping over the fence, place where government used to give your taxpayer money, pay your money, and pay my money, pay that place. Situation want to destroy the place because to the pagan is a parent. Situation was going on, rule of law, fanatic over. The people are very good enough for them as a speaker. Whether you are the lawmaker, your police, your friends, they are all equal. They say can't be our speaker. With serious number. And they say serious number can't say, Mama, you now our speaker. We start the constitution of the foundation.
Were you born to
there's a political horse.
They had a call complete. You're in, chief.
No, but what you saying that?
They're not getting the time to speak.
You work at home because she eating up for your dinner, bring put on the street. No, you know what's speaker. So those citizens today who come on the street and take pity is a business. And go on the street, go won't follow the cover business. You make this your mother million.
Thank you.
7 million and get a
Thank you.
Making money 7 months and when citizens are put their thing.
Okay, so you can take it from the end.
Well, gentlemen, there we go. There we have it. The people views, and folks have been calling. But look, I'm one of those who want to stand with and say that it's not because of fronty. It's in the interest of the law. If we continue to travel on that path where we would just somebody come and a group don't like him, then the executive come in and say move this person and stuff like that. We'll never have a law. We'll not have a good law. Yeah, we'll not have a good law in our country because the executive all say, oh no, we don't like this person. Then a few people can go against them, and then the executive send. Today they were there protecting the so-called illegal majority bloc. They were protecting them. They have police protecting them. While the other people were bringing in the people to present. I think it was wrong. Let me say this. The security screw up today. Because that place where a lot of people were there and the president was coming. What they should have done, they should have told the president, Mr. President, it's not good for your security. You shouldn't go there. Because you don't know what would have happened.
Strength.
Yeah, you don't know what would have happened. Stop underestimating the Liberian people. Stop underestimating the Liberian people. Some of the very people could have been an old EPS officer that you fired. Some of them have been trained to guns and things, other things. Stop underestimating them. What they should have done, it was not safe for the president to go there. They shouldn't have done that. Because what if they have gotten in, the protesters have gotten into a real fight with them, throwing other stuff? What would have happened? I don't think it was safe for them to let the president go there. I don't think it was a good idea that the security decided to take that decision. But this is what we see in our country. This is what unfolding in the country. And the mentality of our people, for peace sake, just leave it. Just leave it. Even though you're going to be the victim, but you should just leave it. Just leave it for peace sake, But whereby the other side is not up for peace. The other side is not up for abiding by the Constitution.
Leave it.
Yeah.
That brother leave the presidency. He's too old. Just forget it. Just leave the presidency, brother. For the sake of peace.
How you say that? How you say that, my brother?
No.
Listen, we don't come on show for just
No.
Why you leave the presidency?
Pewee, I am making the same argument some of the people who get small brains are making. You know what they're saying? They are saying, oh, Flanty, you are not elected to become speaker.
Oh, okay.
You know what they're saying? So the Braga man born him to become president? If Flanty was not born to become speaker, Braga man born him to become president, then Braga resigned.
Listen. You on national platform. You talking to the presidency, so you had to talk with some level of respect.
I would never call him President Braga. I would call him Braga. I would not call him President Braga.
Listen, a level what you want to say, but I mean, is the leader of the country. Yeah. You have to give.
But I am calling him. You have to respect. Okay, Mr. Braga.
Anyway, go ahead.
I will not call him. I will call him Mr. Braga. Mr. Braga should resign for the love of Liberia. He's too old. He has lived his life for so long. And I am making this argument because
the people knew that he was old and elected him. So that should not be a debate here. So
Flanty friends knew that he was Flanty when they elected him. You see, when you guys make these kind of arguments, sometimes
listen, you don't receive my point. I'm not justifying the removal of the speaker.
I'm not talking about you.
What I'm also saying here is I'm not going to sit and allow folks to be like Greek. So if I were to come and butt you will come and butt me, right? Does that make anything right?
No.
Does that make anything right? Does two wrong make a right?
I am speaking to
does two wrong make a right?
No, not at all.
So that's what I'm trying to impute here. That's what I'm trying to impute. So my point is that I'm not justifying the removal of Mr.
People
Kofa.
who are making the argument that Mr. Kofa should resign, they are so one-sided. There has not been a day. There has never been a day where they have said to themselves, you know what? Maybe Mr. Braga needs to resign. Or maybe Mr. Braga needs to call 7 of his members on the other side to call them to go on the other side of Kofa. For the sake of Liberia, you want Kofa to be the sacrificial lamb for your own. Kofa will not do it. And as a person who have suffered injustice, with this kind of a same situation, but you know what I did in my injustice, bro. I stood my grounds and I said, you know what? I will fight this thing to the end, whether I lost or not. But the lesson I was learning from my story, that's why I said Mr. Kofa should fight the thing. Don't ever, because Liberians, when you're not used to good things, it's hard for you to understand when you see good things coming. Kofa is the one that is standing between us and our democracy. As bad as he has been in the past, he is the one that is standing.
Let me. For me, I've already concluded on that discussion about the whole for now. Let me just close on. They know I have to run, so let me just close on this. And I see you getting
and that's why you're getting a little bit. So you you're enjoying yourself and other things. So taking time off.
No,
I see.
I don't do that anymore, man.
No, come on, man. Don't. You tell somebody I don't know. I don't see the
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
No, I don't. It's okay. I'm not going there.
I can look that right.
You drinking juice, but yes, what I will actually say here tonight. There's a need that our country we have to move on the track of the rule of law, and I will time to time emphasize this. And I'm one person. It doesn't mean if we can only remind folks about certain things they said or they did before in the past. But I want to encourage too wrong to do any. It won't do any change. If someone did wrong today, it does not justify me doing wrong tomorrow, on the basis of on the premise that the person may have done X, Y, Z, and this trigger they have triggered my own side of the wrongdoing. Actually, no. I do believe that we should allow folks to do the right thing and always adhere to those things, right? That there's this element of fortune that may come eventually, moving the country forward. Particularly, I'm sure of that, and I think we can debate, we can disagree to agree. But at the end of the day, we all think Liberia. We project Liberia. That should be the process as to how we collectively can move the country forward. It's an important thing. We all should do that, right? So I mean, sitting here looking at issues unfolding tomorrow or tonight, what will happen? I mean, it will happen eventually. But again, the way we will come and say to have that when we talk to do things is more very, 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 very important to us.
Pewee, one second. Peabody and Tony, did you guys see that I sent you guys?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, good. I just did it.
So guys, so basically that's it. So I would think that the country is on. We went to elections. We now agree that we will elect every 6 years there's a presidential election. Every other 9 years there's special election for senators, and the country will have to maintain that. And also we elect this constitution stated that we let in speaker for 6 years, which we respect that.
Let Ben go. Oh my God.
Why he put somewhere? What that?
Yeah, share with him.
The man I read the MCC before.
We are working, man.
He wrote the MCC before.
And what he doing there?
I mean, it's serious. Let's go back to the man.
We are working.
What he doing there?
So Ben,
let me read it. I can read it, Ben.
Huh?
Yeah, but in public, man, I read it for you. But they wouldn't change anything.
Let me read it. It's a thank you for your report to MCC. MCC takes all information it received regarding allegations of fraud and corruption seriously. Appropriate officials have received your email and are processing it currently. MCC may or may not determine a need for additional follow-up upon communication with you. Please note that the allegation may be reported directly to MCC Inspector General. If you need to receive response from MCC official in 72 hours after submitting the allegation. Wow.
But again, these are standard, right? These are standard that the automated machine will respond to these things. He made it with standard kind of level. But does that change anything at this stage?
But Ben,
it's not.
Well, Ben, you want to get the money? Ben, you want to get the money?
No, I want to get the money.
But read his email. What email he sent? Read that.
No, I'm not going to read that.
No, read that. I want to see the email. What is no email he wrote?
I don't know. I'm just reading a response that.
No, but read his email.
Okay, hold on.
What he said.
Hold on. Let me send my email to you guys. Send my email to you guys. Hold on. Send my email. My email is not. Hold on.
The thing is,
we just want to know.
What the respondent here, they said they have elevated it, so to the next level. It will not change anything, but it will have a record. That's all.
Let me see. Where do you guys right here?
Well, guys, I guess.
Peabody, I say to you. Wow. And then somebody
but Ben, my man, you should be a nationalist, but a picture about it. Wait, you forget it? You gotta get in mind.
Wow.
No, hey, look. You know when I started dealing with the I will share some document with you with the ICC. Some things that I've been. You see that war crime quiz start bringing jumping around. You know who were really behind it. You know who started auditing it? I see when because I was talking that the we were behind that thing long time. Yeah. We got history.
I will take this time to run, but I think we shouldn't waste 2 seconds on this because it's an automated type of response they're giving. Anybody going through if you're trying to go there and send things, that's what I want to say. Let's see what he wrote to them.
Professor,
I will do something else. So
he said
automated response that he already said. We will come to you. That response will not come until we are 200 years old. Right? So these are part of some of the issues.
What I think in this country,
and I think what you just proved, I come on a minute. What you just proved just now.
Let me finish. Hold on.
No, I will have to end here. What you just proved just now on this issue is that you are not a sincere Liberian.
What do you mean?
So even you attempt to respond, no, they will not respond to automated thing, right? But to prove and want to brag on that is nothing absolute, my brother.
I'm trying to curtail corruption.
What corruption you trying to curtail? What corruption you know you curtail?
Pewee, hold on. Pewee, you know what?
About country benefiting for something. What corruption are you curtailing?
I don't care.
Why you getting down the man, though?
I'm trying to leave.
Pewee, listen. Pewee.
No, I gotta run.
Pewee, hold on. Pewee, send me a friend request. Pewee, let me tell you something. No, Pewee, when it comes to fighting corruption in Liberia, when I tell you the amount of things that I've done to curtail corruption in Liberia, my brother.
What have you done to curtail corruption in Liberia? What?
Get to know
me. Maybe I don't know you. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that maybe you started doing Jallah defeated, right?
Me? When I was in Ghana in a refugee camp. What kind of guy is on?
But if you're doing like that,
Pewee, I didn't even know how to write good. Pewee, I didn't even know how to write good. But I had the sense of controlling corruption and finding the right people to help me do it. Pewee, I am very serious with the things that I talk about. Very serious. And that's why anytime when I see something, why do you think I can criticize citizens to the left? I can criticize them. Why do you think I still get citizen friends? Why? Because Pewee,
we'll compare no Ben. We'll compare no. I had to run. I'm not saying I had to run. So send me request. Send me request. Send me request. I'll respond to your request. But
Pewee, the man say the corruption been there. What you concerned about?
No, but the corruption that you're concerned about, and let me say one to you. You know, do you know the reason why? As I said quickly,
you know what I did that.
You know the reason why the MCC scorecard. That one thing, if you fail, you can't get anything. Is corruption.
Right.
So that I come in to prove to you what I'm saying here. The MCC scorecard. If you fail corruption, you out.
Yeah, I know.
So you out completely. So if your team is on corruption, it's baseless and useless. So because they already passed corruption, it's already so if you fail corruption, it's on you.
Pewee, let me tell you what.
I was just trying to say that to you. Yeah, so the government didn't fail corruption this time around. They passed corruption.
But let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I did in my life. I connected.
No, I want to see it. I want to see what you wrote.
But me, listen, man. I connected the speaker. I connected the speaker remover. This illegal removal.
That's the rule of law. That's the rule of law. They failed that. Government failed that. And they failed the pass it. And they failed. Yeah, you can fail the rule of law and stay management. But you fail corruption, you out. Yeah. So that's the rule of law.
Listen now, Pewee.
That's the rule of law.
This thing is not money. You're going to throw it to you. Boop. these things come in segment. I want that money to come to Liberia, but I want Liberia to benefit. I don't want that money to fall in the hands of corrupt people.
And let me educate you again. You see, you write to the MCC, you don't even understand what the MCC can do.
Oh my God!
I'm coming. And so that's one of the reasons, Ben. I'm coming. And I want to say this quickly. The MCC does not give money to the government.
Yeah, man.
The MCC does not come in 1 minute. Let me say this so you can understand this. The fact that keep the 200. No, you don't understand that. I always say you don't want to get money to the government.
I swear to God, I know.
No, you don't know that.
I know, Pewee.
But then why you say you don't want to get the money? They don't give the money to the Liberia government.
No, Pewee, let me tell you something. So they outline projects that are in line with what the government wants. However, they will send experts to come and then have that same very money. However, there are loopholes, a lot of loopholes there that the government will still steal from.
No, absolutely, it's not true. Also, we have to stop messing with our people. Let me tell you the process. I'll tell you quickly, guys. The fact, 1 minute, just 1 minute. Let me take 1 minute on this. The past MCC process when we wanted on Ellen, the finance minister at the time, Amara Corner, his team, James Scotty, and the rest of the bro, that have the former finance minister Samuel Pewee came in the picture. Samuel Pewee, the economist, on that issue to plan, to do a strategic planning process for the government of Liberia as to what the government wanted to do in this process. Money Captain headed that, and Samuel Pewee was the economy on that. The product from their studies and other things they put together, that's why they emphasize what is it that the government of Liberia needed most. That's how the team went through the work on the workable mechanism and put into place the hydro. And then the MCC brought an office into Monrovia to manage this process. And most of the money went through to build the hydro. And then there were other things that mattered. They said, okay, since you have another thing important is role, we will do 1-for-1 marching fund. And that's why they brought about the road fund project. When the road fund came, they said if you collected from the road fund $2 million, we'll match it by $2 million to make sure you do what we call road maintenance, the maintenance process of road. So that the process is not that they come in to give one, no, they come in to set the issue. They will run all of the procurement processes. They will do everything about the procurement process. So before I close them tonight, they say good night. Take time tonight and read on these things before you comment on them. On that, if you want to comment, you don't have no knowledge of it's terrible, it's not good. They don't give down to the government. They will bring their office, and the office will say this. That how Samuel Pewee and Monique Captain worked on this for the past government. You know the party government. Let me let you know this. Good night, man. I gotta go pick up.
You know what? I feel so insulted as a guy who works in government. I've been.
No, I'm just saying to you, they don't get money to the government. You say they don't get money to the government. The government, there's no loophole the government will take over from. There's no loophole. No loophole.
There is loophole in every international
forum. It's not the MCC money. The MCC money is paid for.
Yeah, but let me intervene to the MCC money. Procurement. I spoke to the one of the former and they said the MCC money. What people saying is true though. The government don't have hands on that money. Don't touch that money.
No, that. Yeah. Come on.
They don't have hands on. Jonah, ask anybody. They don't have hands on that money.
Nothing. There's no loophole. Don't tell that concept nowhere. There's no loophole.
Send you the document on how the money can be disbursed.
My brother, I work with a team that did it. Assessment process. I know about it. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm trying to correct you. You don't understand it. And they respond to you, Jana, as an ultimate. If I were to do it now, I'm about to do it. They'll come and send me respond, and I will send it. So it's an open thing. The only thing you can do to pass the thing is corruption, right? The government already passed corruption. The fair rule of law. The speaker thing you're talking about is the rule of law issue. So we need to be clear and understand some things that will not mislead our very resilient audience that are following this platform. I will send you requests. We'll have both comments on this thing. So I will let you understand how the bureaucracy process unfolds in these things. But they don't give there's no legal that anybody going to eat money from. No. Is the MCC process going to make sure the money, if it is $500 million, they're going to come. Now, there may have been some study, feasibility study already in place to show what is the development plan of the government. They're going to strategically strategize those things. Why is it that the government really need? Is it the hydro stay or roads? They're going to strategically plan on those things, then they will pump those money over the period of years. And that the past time, the government of Liberia, through the MCC money, hire a consultant to manage the EDC program, the Ghanaian consultant firm. Those firms came in the country. They were paid by the same money. Money Captain headed it. Samuel Tuet Jr. was the economist to the process, hired by at the time Amara Connor was Minister of Finance and Development Planning. Listen, so there's a process in this thing. There's no loophole. All of the procurement process is being done by them. They only collaborate with the government strategic office that is planning the development needs for the country so that we execute it jointly with but the procurement methodology and everything whatsoever goes through the very procurement process of the MCC exclusively, not in the partnership issue of government to say government person is going to say no, too many will get this contract or some other people will get the contract. No, it is in conformity with their guidelines and policy. Holistically, the American people will protect and guard this issue. It happened the people of Liberia or any other country that will benefit from the MCC issue. So let me say a wonderful good night, guys. I hope to be on the show tomorrow again. Thank you.
No, thank you for your contribution, man. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so since I'm at Guar, in the first place, my letter went to 7 different organizations. 7. If you saw, I don't know, oh, I didn't forward my email to you. If I have forwarded my email to you, you have saying how many persons and went to 7 organizations. A lot of things that people, people didn't be in government, so they always see things from one side. I've been writing big organizations before with good results. Good results. The whole thing you talk about, that whole war crime code thing you talk about. We were in Ghana when we started fighting for the war crime code. I came in so that I didn't stop. That guy, when I see people calling up that man, why didn't you call that one man, white man, needed to be calling all over the place? When people call your name, I'd be like, look at that man. But look, we are in the interest of Liberia.
I didn't want that scammer, man. You know that one, that scammer. I
used to tell people, I said, the man that scammer, the boy couldn't believe me. Until I showed some of them letters, I said, that man a scam. You know, man, until some people saw some letters that I shared with them, they said, Biggie, how you got these people? That lady who on the head of the ICC, I small more who I brought out over on my program, like just small, tiny, the head of that court. But you know what? We will do the best for Liberia. We will fight for Liberia. Where we see corruption, we will speak. Where we see bad leadership, we will speak. And whoever it hurt, in as much as I fought the weird government and they are out, I'm not going to sit here to say I will not fight the Baga government. I'll do the same to them. If comments can and put together corruption, I will fight them. But guys, thank you very much. I look forward to see. Oh, tomorrow is what day tomorrow?
Wait, traveling tomorrow, Jonah?
No, I just started a new job, so
well, I didn't know you used to be on Buddha though. I used to be there.
Man, I had a photo studio, and I had I don't want to used to take the picture of the people who used to come to America on resettlement.
What year you were in Ghana then?
Man, I was there from '94. I really used to be a rich guy. Yeah, I used to be one time rich man. I used to be rich, so we very rich man.
I was in Ghana in 1990.
Oh, 1990.
Yeah.
Did you sing?
Yes, I used to sing. Yeah.
With a group, which
Mac Williams Swallow. Yeah, we had a group called Touch.
You said okay. So Max Suarez was my director. He had a group with us called Reunion Liberia.
We used to be our group. So I used to play the guitar, and we had people playing the bass. Benjamin Toll and Russ Mason, all the guys.
Yeah, it was true music that I got his niece pregnant. I mean, my first son is by Max Suarez.
Then you Ben Jonah.
No, I mean, I used to be a real guy.
Yeah, the man needs, man.
I mean, my son now is that's Max Ferry.
Eugene, you get a guy from. Eugene, I did remember.
I enjoy that camp. That camp.
That camp was something else. That camp was. It was all over the place.
Yo, Eugene, A-Law.
Well, guys, it's been a great show tonight. We got to go now.
Come back tomorrow when you hear more.
Yeah, guys, it's been a great show. We got to go. Again, thank you, guys. If you have not donated, you want to donate tonight, please do it. The Cash App, $sign,
please donate.
$sign, TCA. Yeah, and then after everything.
That you mean you got it means pregnant.
It's your music, man. It's quiet. And that's
you can do my Friday.
Directed the and I directed the. I mean,
wait a minute, how to say how we got to go? He said, Pastor. Where got Pastor Bar on your account? Where is Pastor Bar?
Oh my God, that man. The man died, and the man said I was gonna die. The man said I was gonna die. I used to be really bad.
Are you Molu a pastor on the account? Molu?
Yeah. I mean, Pastor
Reverend John Molu.
Yeah, the first time I saw the man, they said, man, at CDC, I said, that party, God, swear that party. The men collected money from refugees. They put people in the church. They said, bring your suitcase. You believe it or not, you go to America. People packed the suitcases, went to the church and prayed. He said, come, you get your visa. Like people, thank God. The people came with their suitcases. They said, believe in God.
Wow.
So when the World Trade Center, happened, Molu got something like Jew from America. Molu got this Jew. They call her Queen Sheba.
Oh, the guy, the man that died, eh?
Yeah, he died. The man died. I said the man is the
pastor. Wow.
The man is the pastor right in front of Malaysia to go to his church called. That's not funny church.
Is that Krita? You in Krita?
No, you ain't Krita. The man their own church called. What they got church name? Torgbean.
Molu.
My man Molu used to be shined. Molu brought his own woman from Liberia. The man close his own woman just for that American girl, Queen Sheba. The men were collecting, I think, $250 US people lining up, registering people to come to America. The men wet all the poor money. That's one thing. God got patient. God got patient.
Wow.
To them,
wow.
Anyway,
brother man.
Look, when you want to hear more about Buddha Brown, come here tomorrow, okay?
My man, I'm telling you, I used to be on that camp too. We left that. We just sick. We're gonna put y'all on it. Let me tell you what happened now. We went somewhere one time, right? We don't go to that place in Ghana. We'll get to pay our way. Every Sunday we'll go there. So one Sunday we went there. We went to one after the chat that Sunday. We went to one place there. We started eating the donut, drinking beer. One of the pastor walked in and saw us sitting down there drinking the beer. we ran. The way I ran outside. The guy got the money. He said, we are paying your way, and you are just drinking the money on beer.
And then every Sunday, man, we used to call it Chabu.
Yeah.
They go call Chabu. You go to Ghana. Sometimes we go to like 6-7 churches. They just sing. Liberians can sing, man.
But you know Sister Ruth? You know Sister Ruth?
She used to be living in what do you call?
Yeah, she used to be Reverend Ruth. She I think she came for the state, but I don't know how she ended up bro. She used to be Reverend Ruth, Evangelist Ruth. Sister Ruth to be walking all around the camp dressed in long gown. And I tell you, said we will go to all the Ghanaian churches and be speaking series. All day. When people see us, so old. She's from America. She's from America.
I know. Man, we go that camp. I want my left back on the camp. I will take our left anytime.
I
When the world finished, man, I was there last year.
No, but I went for a conference at Legon, and then I visited the camp. What they call it, West African Leadership Development Seminar. One day I visited the camp that time. Our delegation visited the camp for a few hours. Yeah, but I couldn't. That place, yeah, you did well. That place, I saw that.
Everything on that camp, bro.
Everything was there. Everything was there. Anything you want, you get it there. Anything. Any document you want, you can get it. Any document.
So, Jonah, how many children you got from the camp?
Man, I get kind of
I
get kind of.
Let's gentlemen. Good night.
Come tomorrow, I will tell you.
I see. I put a bro. I swap it. Why not play? Take care, bro.
I see you.
America is hot. America hot. Not kidding.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your paper.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen there represent. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Both connected with this.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.